What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We're back live here on YouTube. It's been a week since we've been off. CeeLo went to the national race and doggone it. He almost pulled it off, y'all. He almost pulled it off, but oh well, that's how it goes. Appreciate all the love the last week, all the great comments in our vlogs and our comments in our community section. Thank you guys so much for making my weekend amazing. But we're back here. We're here in Chicago. This is the first time I've ever gotten to stream the Chicago race. So this should be interesting. Last year I didn't get to do this race. So this is a cool one. So hope everybody's having fun today. And I hope you're going to have a great Saturday and ready for some NASCAR practice and qualifying for the Grant Park 165 in Chicago, in the Chicago Street Course, downtown Chicago and Grant Park. So I just watched, what's up, Eric Church? So I almost got a picture with your boy, Ty Gibbs. Eric, I was pretty close to him a couple times last week. So, but just got to watch SVG take the pole for the Xfinity race. We'll be bringing that to you live, flag-to-flag coverage today on our channel as well. So make sure you stay with us and us only. And also tomorrow, we'll be bringing you the Grant Park 165 flag-to-flag coverage, all our fun right here like we always do. So make sure you're right here and right here only. Nobody else. This is the only place to be. So hope you guys are ready to have some fun. What's up, Dogs Roll? Dogs Roll, what's going on? M. Edens, what's going on? We don't get practice and qualifying here in New Zealand TV, so appreciate the streaming. You're welcome, man. Everybody up early over there too as well, I see. What's going on, Bronny? Eric, what's up? Lee, Billy for Eyes, what's going on? Billy Voles, what's going on, dude? Bella, hello, hello. Colin, what's going on? How are you guys doing? Appreciate everybody. Bronny in here is always talking away. Let's see. At one SP Pro down, one to go. He says, Suzette, what's up as well? And Adam, may the NASCAR gods grace Kyle Rowdy Busch today. Hey, he had a good run last week. And, of course, Larson running out of gas. And then Chase running into the back of him and then spinning out Kyle Busch. And that was all she wrote for him. But Larry says, go Buckeyes. What's going on, too, as well. So appreciate y'all. We'll be bringing you the live audio of the NBC, or is it USA? I think USA broadcast for the qualifying for the NASCAR practice and qualifying. We've got Group A, Group B today. And then we'll do the top 5 for each. We'll go to the round 2, and then we'll pick a pole winner for the Grant Park 165. What's up, Reverend Timothy? Good to see you as well. So make sure you're hitting that like button for us. You guys have already hit the like button early for us as well. So keep hitting that like button for us. Subscribe to us if you're new to us. And looking forward to having a good weekend here in Chicago with everybody. So, hey, CeeLo, go Buckeyes. There you go, Beth. Dogs roll. Well, the 19, the Christopher 20, the 54, the 11, the 45. That's what he's going. And Bronny's all sad. That's okay. It's all right, man. It'll be okay. All right, so here we got the final cup practice. This is going to be Group A. Group A, I guess. And we'll see if we get any cameras. I don't think we will. But let me do my Group A here. This is going to be Group A. Group A, and then we turn my practice on. So we're going to have Group A practice, Group B practice. And then we're going to have... let me move that down just a little bit. Make it look a little cooler than that. There we go. All right, so hope everybody's had a great week. Did y'all miss me last week? I missed you guys streaming with you guys last week. It was interesting to go to the Nashville race, though, and I want to still say another special thank you to Our Motorsports and our good friend Tom that's in the chat for all their hospitality this last weekend, their VIP treatment of CeeLo and my son Ryan, and what a fun to learn the other side pretty much on how NASCAR rolls. It's not just about cars going around a track, guys. It's definitely not. But Timothy says, "Oh, what's up, Skates? Good to see you." We learned a lot about racing on the other portion of racing on how the sponsors work and all that stuff, and meeting some people and all that stuff. So we learned a lot last week, and the VIP treatment was awesome. And then sitting in the pit box in the Anthony Alfredo 5-car. Pit box was amazing too, and you guys can relive all of that I did. I did 3 vlogs, one for Friday, one for Saturday, and one for Sunday. Those are on our channel, so make sure you go check those out. We also have a race weekend preview here this weekend for Chicago. So make sure you check that out as well. It's over 1,000 views already too. So, oh, there's where Cindric spun out. Oh, they're showing the the race review of the Nashville race, and Denny was so close to winning that thing. Oh my gosh, ridiculous. You just don't know what to say. It's okay, man. It's okay. What's up, Jake? Good to see you, bud. Appreciate y'all coming in here early Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon in some parts of the country. But we're going to get that live audio here in just a second here for you guys. And then we'll be bringing the Xfinity race. As always, we'll bring the pin message in there as well to go over to the Xfinity race after this one is over. But thanks so much for the subscribes already. We appreciate you. We're way over our 200 mark. And we'll see if we can get some more today. We'll see how this goes. But we'll be bringing you the Xfinity race flag-to-flag coverage. We're bringing the in-car cameras, the aerial cam, the battle cam, whatever it is available to us, we'll be bringing that to you guys. And it's 2:24 a.m. in Australia. Oh my gosh. I really thought about doing the qualifying as well, but for the Xfinity race, but I just could not get up early. It's been a long week for me. A lot of late nights. So with the holiday and just a bunch of stuff working and stuff, so I needed to sleep. But we're going to bring you today the NASCAR Cup qualifying and the NASCAR Xfinity Series. To this week, the Craftsman Truck Series is off. They will be off till next week when we go to Pocono. So Pocono and then Michigan. And then after that, I can't see where we go after that. But I know they got 2 weeks off after that. 2 weeks off after that. So we'll have to figure out something to do for 2 weeks during the Olympics. So just waiting on the broadcast to start. We'll bring it in. Keep hitting that like button. Over 200 folks in here already. We appreciate you hanging out here. Thanks so much for doing what you guys do. So we're about halfway to 100. We thank you guys. Some couple silly season news. If you guys 925 in Nevada. Awesome. Good. Thank you so much. I'm a Gene. Good to see you. We also have emojis in the chat. If you guys would like those for becoming a member, it's only 99 cents to get those emojis. You want to support your driver, and those change every race we do. So make sure you guys are checking that out as well. But a couple little news that we had. We had last week during the Nashville weekend, Chase Briscoe signed with JGR. He's going to be taking that 19 car. And he'll be driving the Martin Truex Jr. 19 Bass Pro Shop. Bass Pro Shop is still going to hang out and almost over midnight in Australia. Oh, wow. 12:26 in Newport News, Virginia. Awesome. 11 tomorrow. I don't know about that, Skates. He's not very good on the road courses, but 7 weeks before college football starts and less than 13 days till NCAA football 25 comes out. You know, every guy in America, girls too, I'm sure, are excited about that coming out. Also, Michael McDowell with the upset win tomorrow. My pick anyway. Awesome, Larry. He's going to have that White Sox car looking. That's pretty cool looking. And also, Josh Berry signs with the Wood Brothers. So Harrison Burton is out of the 21. Where will he go? Probably go to Xfinity. I'm not sure if he'll stay in Cup, but we'll see how that goes. And then also, Joey Logano in the car today for Deegan. I was pretty close to Deegan. She made our vlog as well. On Friday night, we were down at the end of the pits, and she was kind of hanging out there in somebody's pit. I'm not sure who it was. But Haley Deegan out of the car this week. They're going to see if it's her or it's the car. So let's see if Joey Logano has any luck with it on the road courses. But good morning, Steve. Good to see you as well. Appreciate you being here. Go Briscoe for JGR. I think he's going to do really well over there, especially on those fast tracks, the super speedways. Those Toyotas move anyway, so we'll see how that goes. Michael says, hello, everyone. Thanks for streaming. I love all the sweet home Chicago. Go Sox. There you go, Michael. Thank you. Logano's was nowhere in qualifying. Yeah, so is it really him? Is it the driver or is it the car? We'll see what happens there on that too, so. Why was John Hunter Nemechek so bad in Cup Series? I don't know. It's just the car, man. It's the equipment. Look what he did on Saturday. Dominated with JGR in that 20 car. Pretty much couldn't touch him. And then Sunday, he just wreck after wreck after wreck in the Legacy Toyota. But we'll see what happens. So Marco says Haley Deegan is out for the rest of the season. I did not catch that. I did not catch that. I thought just this cup race, but loved your video recaps from last week. Yeah, make sure you guys check those out. Those are fun to watch. We put those together. They look pretty good. So look at Chase Briscoe's stats. Not good. Yeah, yep, you're right. But I think he's going to be a good fit for JGR and put him in a good car and good quality car with good quality people around him. I think it's going to be okay. So yeah, so to be announced for Pocono and her status. Yeah, so this is going to be weird. We'll see what happens. But we'll see what happens. But there is redeems in the chat for you to bring up your favorite NASCAR drivers. We have a bunch of those. The stream bot telling you about those. So exclamation point points to find out how many points you have, and then exclamation point gamble those points or gamble all will help you move along with your points. So if you've just been here hanging out for a long time, you should have plenty of points just for hanging out and even saying a word. But you get points for chatting, and they're just showing Logano doing his spin out here. But welcome to Chicago. That's right. The Windy City, downtown Chicago, Grant Park. I'm interested to see what the aerial cams and the battle cam looks like this weekend. I know we have a couple in-car cameras for the Xfinity race, so if we don't have the aerial cam or the battle cam, we at least have something to watch as we watch the race together. And we're trying to get that 17K mark by the end of this month. Hopefully we can get there. We're at 16,215. Let's see where we're at now. Let's see. Woo, moving on up there. 16,224. Had lots of cautions for Xfinity practice. Yeah, I didn't catch any of those on live TV. I turned it on late, but I heard there was some wrecks. So, all right, let's listen in here.
Car is back again. The Cup Series about to take on the streets of Chicago.
Yes, SVG
qualifying. And Steve
is in this race. I don't think AJ is, though.
Xfinity Series practice earlier, we saw guys trying to test the limits of their cars and this street course. Are we going to see the same on the Cup side?
Well, we could, and I think it's just the enthusiasm of what it looks like and what it appears here in Grant Park on the shores of Lake Michigan. You mentioned the skyscrapers. It just feels like such a huge event. I think these drivers are rolling out for what is normally a calm practice with a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of adrenaline.
We have radio style once again in place for today's practice and the Xfinity race for later. And the
AJ in the 13. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, he is. I'm sorry. AJ's in the 13.
1 and 6 is our buddy Mike Bagley.
Hello, Rick. Hello, race fans. It's so good to be back in Chicago. What an exciting weekend. It's like the first time all over again. Beautiful day, but the course is still tough. In turns,
I don't think so either.
Tire barriers will reach out and grab you.
And will SVG be good in the 16? We'll see.
Between 1 and 6 are turns 4 and 5. Dylan Welch is positioned there.
And Mike, it has already been an exciting part of this racetrack this morning. Had a big crash in the Xfinity Series opening practice right here to our left.
Thank you, Bobby, for subscribing. Appreciate you, Bobby.
Very narrow, but still very fast part of this racetrack.
I'm surprised the Cubs are not in this thing.
And we saw it bite a couple guys, and it should have probably been a few more guys. There were several cars out of shape earlier this morning. It's a high commitment part of the racetrack. The cars will turn off of Lakeshore Drive, make a brief stint down Roosevelt Drive, and then a hard right-hand turn in turn 5 that leads them on to Columbus Drive, and they'll go back towards the Bagman, but then they'll eventually get to the other end of the property, and Jeff Burton, who's stationed in turn 11.
Yeah, it's a very
we'll see what happens.
Racetrack. One of the slower part of the racetracks, turn 7, a hard right-hander, then you go through the Congress.
Yeah, no cameras.
Downhill, then
no cameras for the day.
To the alternate start-finish line that'll be used today. We saw so many cautions in Xfinity practice. All of these Cup drivers came into this race this weekend saying, I know what I need to do different than last year. I'm going to attack this racetrack. Then they watch that practice. How does that change their mindset going into this?
Thanks for the subscribe, y'all. Appreciate it.
Some are doing double duty, and one of those that's included in that is the 5 of Kyle Larson, who, for the Xfinity Series race, he'll start on the front row next to Shane Van Gisbergen.
I've got Larson winning this weekend. Sorry, SVG fans. I got Larson winning this thing.
5, he is one of the first cars onto the racetrack right now. Again, making his way down Columbus. He's going to hang a left. That's going to be a 90-degree left-hander.
It's on USA, Chevy.
That'll turn him back on the
USA.
Over the hill, down the hill into 7.
Such a good race car driver, Kyle Larson.
Sounds like it's over, Billy says. Okay.
SVG last year won the race, took the trophy from all these guys. What did they learn? What can they do to get themselves to be better? That was most of their first opportunity at a street course. Using all of the racetrack is what's going to be required.
29 cars in this Group A.
Entry and every corner exit.
Larson coming down to turn 12. This puts him back on the front stretch. To the right there, you see.
Are they all practicing together?
Have to slow down and really hug turn 12 to make it onto pit.
Kyle Larson is really good Xfinity qualifying. Yes, he did.
Of more track time as he learns now in the Cup car.
And he's taking advantage of open racetrack. There's nobody in front of him, so perhaps maybe he can take some more chances right now and kind of let that Chevrolet breathe a little bit. He's hanging the right on the DeSable Lakeshore Drive, exiting turn 2, heading up to 3 and turn 4.
Just qualified second for the Xfinity Series race, which is later this afternoon on NBC. Larson working his way down to the end of Lakeshore Drive. Here's turn 4, right onto Roosevelt Road, and then a quick burst to the right-hander, turn number 5, that leads them.
Their cam's going to look pretty good. They're following it pretty good on here, so we'll looking forward to seeing that today. Both races are on NBC. Awesome.
As far as the drivers on the course, 1 and 4 on the leaderboard right now. What a shot right there, and that gives you an example of how expansive this road course is and the property. And
so Suzanne, good to see you. Clifford as well.
That this whole NASCAR gentry is experiencing this weekend. It's pretty breathtaking.
Also pretty surprising if this is the first time you watched a race, you saw the elevation change downhill.
Oh, hold on a second. 1 second.
Somewhat of a celebrity.
1 second. Be there in a second, y'all. I had it on the other one and it ended, so I had to start it over. 1 second. 1 second. We'll get it back. Keep on hitting that like button for us, y'all. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, man, from last night.
Illinois and Windy City is the backdrop once again. Views, Michigan. Steve, it's amazing that we're back here in this
this is not
beautiful setting.
What's going on here? Xfinity Series. There we go. Hit the wrong one.
And they're all coming?
Those who are still with us.
All right. We'll bring it back here in just a second, y'all. I had to click on the wrong thing there. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just coming in, is this live? Actually, the live. We're not going to show the race. Cannot show the race. We'll be listening to the NBC broadcast, USA broadcast, plus we'll have the live leaderboard. On the Xfinity race, we'll be bringing you the live audio, and we'll have some cams to watch as well. So, but keep on hitting that like button for us as you're coming in. And here we go, back to it.
Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski, after winning earlier this year in Darlington, looking for win number 2 tomorrow here in Chicago.
I love this strategy right
because
here.
You just can't,
Brad,
Cyrus.
An experienced race car driver, a champion at the Cup level.
That's big time.
Steve mentioned
can't show it, man.
Struggled on road courses. It has not been pretty. Knows he has to get better at it. There's so many of them in this schedule.
You're voting for. I want Joey Logano to win. I'm going Kyle Larson here for the win.
Follow him. Both of them have decent lap time.
Keselowski is right on the back bumper of Buescher. Chastain, and he misses turn 4.
Ooh, Chastain missed his turn.
There. We'll see.
And that peach, Busch Light peach. All right, going to a commercial break. Appreciate everybody being here. Thanks so much for hanging out. We are watching practice for the NASCAR Cup Series. If you're looking for your driver, let me know. I can scroll up, scroll down, whatever I need to do. But so far, Carson Hocevar, Ricky Stenhouse, Daniel Hemrick, Eric Jones, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Haley, Harrison Burton, Josh Bilicki, and Ty Gibbs are not out there. But 20 cars are out there, and those are right there. I'm trying to get it where you can see everybody. But, of course, Kyle Larson, SVG at the top, just like Xfinity. Chase Elliott, John Hunter Nemechek. He will be going to the back of the field today in that 20 car and the Xfinity race. Briscoe, Corey LaJoie, Todd Gilliland, Daniel Suarez, Martin Truex Jr., and Bad Brad Keselowski. No Watermelon Busch Light. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if they did that. You think you saw Deegan was fired? I'm not sure. We haven't really got that. Christopher Bell is your pick after a great first 2 stages. Yeah, that's we'll see if he can come back. He got in that wreck in Nashville. What a disappointment for him there. What's up, Pure Adrenaline Sports? Hello, on the go at CeeLo Nation. Congrats again on 16K. Thanks, man. Make sure you go check out my man, Pure Adrenaline Sports. If you like New York sports, he is your man. New York Mets. Are you Rangers or Islanders? I can't remember. I think you're Rangers hockey, right? I think. And they can do college basketball as well. So make sure you check him out. Lee says, I want Kyle Larson to win both races this weekend. Hey, he has a good car. He's got that 17 in the Xfinity race, and he's going to be good here, as he's already showing on the top of the list. But SVG, could he get pole for both races? That'd be crazy. I have a question. Why is Joey's car 22? I think it was 15 since this is the Cup race. This is not the Xfinity. So Joey's in the 22. Flyers, that's right. Why did I think about that? Yeah, so if you like Philadelphia Flyers, hockey, New York Mets baseball, and some college basketball, make sure you check out my man, Pure Adrenaline Sports. He does a great job out there. Always grinding. He's doing a good job. Go Cubs, Tony says. If you like Braves, make sure you subscribe to us too. We had a disappointment loss against the Philadelphia Phillies last night. Ugh, not looking too good, but let's see what happens here. Appreciate all the love here today. Thank you so much for all hanging out. Over 300 and some here already. We're going to have a good time here this afternoon. Make sure you get us to 100 likes. Let's get that over with and get it done. And we'll move it on from there. But we'll bring back the audio here in just a second. But Kyle Larson, look at Larson and SVG skipping over top of each other left and right. Look at Daniel Suarez in that 99 Patriotic car too as well. I like that one. Surprising Todd Gillen, Front Row Motorsports. Look at him, 4th fastest. And there's Michael McDowell, his teammate in Front Row Motorsports. Someone was saying just a second ago, Michael McDowell for the win tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. He could be the Ford, the shining Ford. You hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Bogan World, what's going on? Dropping the dinger. Yeah, there you go. Or no, dropping the SVG. Sorry.
Street race is Buckingham Fountain right there.
Yeah, I know.
Grant Park. Our Peacock pit box with Dale Jarrett and Brad Doherty will be right next to Buckingham Fountain. So if you're in the area, come by and say hello to those guys.
So I'm shocked. It's gigantic.
Huge.
I mean, it really is amazing. And that's a great kind of perspective. Look how small the cars look compared to the fountain.
Yeah.
What a scene.
High Gibbs for the weekend sweep. 54 Legend in Training. I said it multiple times in our vlog, Eric, if you heard.
With AJ?
Legend in Training.
So with Shane Van Gisbergen in the 16 this week, yeah, he's in a battle with Kyle Larson at the top of the charts. Back and forth they go.
Third is well behind.
Time in practice. Remember, this is a full-time Xfinity Series driver, Shane Van Gisbergen, who just took pole for the Xfinity Series race this afternoon. After that, ran back to the garage area to make a quick suit change, grab some lunch, talk to the media for just a minute, got back here, and of course, his car was in Group A, so he had to get right into the race car, get going right again. As soon as he was told he was second by how much to who, Van Gisbergen went back to the top. But currently, he is still chasing Kyle Larson. A lot of steps.
Larson back up again.
Even for SVG.
I mean, I know there's a lot of great food in Chicago, but them saucy nugs are good too. I hope that was his lunch, because
the New Zealander, I'm sure, loves being able to talk about the saucy nugs that are on the side of the car for him. And again, he's in the
saucy
16,
nuggets.
Allmendinger's in the 13 for this race. See a little bit of tire lockup there for Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, this is practice for the Cup Series, and then they'll do qualifying. And then we'll go from there. And after that, we'll take about a 45-minute break, and then we'll bring the Xfinity race on.
Here at SHR to finish the season. And you see how out of sorts the car was. They're going
showing Shane Chase Briscoe there on the track.
Down here. It's been
He's 6th fastest right now.
These guys have to take, Mike, to get through this corner successfully.
Now he's back on Columbus, and he breaks late coming in.
The saucy nuggets.
Hangs that hard left, skirts the inside.
I don't like spicy things.
Under the bridge and
Trite with the cheer.
Now the railroad track's headed to 7.
Now Briscoe currently 6th fastest, a really good road racer.
What's up, RJ Dobbs? What's going on? Good to see you. Tom is is done. SVG's on the pole, Tom. Let me see where Fast Pasta qualified.
See how rough the racetrack is in front of the car, bouncing up and down. Oh, using all the wall. That's what you got to do here.
Briscoe now into 12 and on the front stretch. sliding it right up against
Fast
the
Pasta
wall there as he
qualified
goes down the front
18th,
stretch.
Tom.
We'll see speeds
18th
here on
spot for
Columbus
Fast
Drive,
Pasta.
upwards of 130, 135 miles an hour when he gets ready to turn left on 1. Look at him slide this thing around.
Big slide, and then the bumps. You can see the car kind of bounce. You really have to temper your brake pressure.
Need Wendy's in Australia, Gerald says.
Because the tires kind of lose
Gerard
grip,
said.
and then sliding around that Congress Plaza.
T-Van, what's up? I finally stopped crying, yes.
A much more standard feel than long arcing like an oval. Now we're on board here with the one of Ross Chastain. This is down in the
Larson still on the top. What's up, NASCAR fan?
Lane to your right. That entry gets very tight under green flag conditions. And now think about this. Double foul restarts that are going to pour you down into turn 1.
It's interesting to note, Stevie, that Ross Chastain's not won a race this year. A lot of folks surprised by that, considering the successes of a year
Almost
ago.
won last week. He was there.
Right now he's got some work to do.
Okay, sounds good. We'll be on.
On the leaderboard right now with 6 minutes to go in his practice session.
Top 10s for Ross in both road course races this year, both at Circuit of the Americas and Sonoma. This racetrack, a whole different beast, though. He's got Austin Hill, that car in front of him. Chastain makes the right through turn 4 right now. Slows to the 90-degree right-hand turn 5.
Chastain 15th fastest as they're talking about
Once he
him.
makes his way onto Columbus Drive, it is a 2,050-foot run to the next corner, turn 6. This is
About 5 more minutes left in practice in Group A.
A little slower this time through turn 6.
5 minutes left in Group A.
Right here is a very difficult braking zone, downhill, rough.
Yes, he is racing in the main race as well.
A lot of drivers last year made a mistake right here. Hit the left side of the wall, driver's side impact. You see how important it is for line preference to be right against the wall with the left side. That sets you up to be able to be where you need to be on the right. Stay out against the wall as long as you can. Throttle up hard here. Right there was ultimate start-finish line for practice.
I think it's 25 each.
So much
25
learning
each.
lap every turn around this 12-turn, 2.2-mile street course here in Chicago.
All right, commercial here. Kyle Larson continues to be on top of SVG. I predicted SVG to win the Xfinity race. I predicted Kyle Larson to win the Cup race. But that is our my predictions. What are your predictions, guys, for the rest of the weekend? Let me see what you got. So have you ever been to Darlington Raceway? No, Lee. I'd love to go to Darlington. I want to go to Darlington so bad. I'd love to be there, but we'll see. Are you going to be live for the actual race at 3:30? Yes, Cyrus. I will be live for the race at 3. Actually, it's Central, so it's 2:15 Central. I'll be on at 2:15. So we'll take about a 45-minute break after this is over, and then we'll bring back live to you guys. But SVG will win both, Aussie says. We'll see. We'll see. 4:30 a.m. there. Oh, my gosh. Thank you guys so much for getting up so early and watching. We appreciate you always coming back to us. We appreciate you. Sorry about last week, but we had a great time in Nashville watching the race. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlogs I put out for it. SVG going to get the double this weekend and win the Xfinity race and the Cup race, Adult says. We'll see. It's going to be interesting if he can pull both of them off. If he can get the pole for both. I think Larson's like, nah, you got the last one. I'm getting this one. You want Joey to win? Well, could he win back-to-back? He's pretty good on road courses, so everybody talking SVG sweep. SVG sweep. I got a picture with SVG, as you guys saw in the it's the stupidest race in NASCAR history. I'm not a big road course fan, but I didn't get to do this race last year, so could you please let me know what network is showing qualifying? Yes, Michael, it is on USA Network. You live 75 miles from the Darlington Raceway. Nice. Larry says, what do you think about the 5 overtime periods last week? It was exciting. It made NASCAR exciting, and it was not a benefit for my boy Denny, but it is what it is. It's racing for you. It proves that anybody can win a race. It doesn't matter where you are on the laning stages of the race. Joey Logano was in the 20s when Denny took that white flag, or right before the white flag, and then look what happened.
Villain turned anti-villain league agent. returns for an exciting, bold era of Minions mayhem, packed with non-stop action and filled with Illumination's signature humor. Despicable Me in theaters now.
Despicable Me.
In the shadows of Soldier Field almost.
Chicago is an awesome race. All right, Aussie.
Soldier Field actually held a NASCAR race back in the 50s. You see that just a little bit to the south of where we're racing here, Grant Park. And what a beautiful view that is as we now join the 4. Josh Berry on track.
Big news week for the 4 of Josh Berry. Announced he'll be taking over.
Josh Berry, the Wood Brothers. What do y'all think about that? This race will also be televised on NBC. Yes, it will be. 2:50 a.m. in Australia. Storky, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it.
Taking over the
2:50 a.m. Wow.
Next year.
And we're starting to see some of the.
Luda says he's 35 miles from the Texas Motor Speedway.
Those decals, the vinyls that have been put out on the track.
Yeah, I think in the race you might have to throw a caution for that because it could get put on the grill and overheat. But I think in practice you could finish. Probably let them run the
about 53 seconds left here in Group A.
Left to go in this group.
And then we'll move to Group B.
We've seen quite a few laps out of.
Rain for the forecast. No rain. It's supposed to be nice and sunny.
The most we've seen out of anyone is 11.
Like last year, the race was ended early. Remember?
Double duty.
Really nice. I mean,
Schultz says, I like Barry. Glad he's got a ride lined up.
Look at 5-lap averages. He's
we'll see what he can do for the Wood Brothers.
Under control, hitting his marks, making nice laps in the 42.
Solid start to practice for John Hunter here in the Cup Series, inside of the top 10. He's just making the right-hand turn onto DeSable Lakeshore Drive and clearing turn 2.
And track only getting better and more comfortable for him. As we said, somebody with some laps already this morning in the Xfinity car. He works down the end of DeSable Lakeshore Drive. Here's the right-hand turn number 4 onto Roosevelt, all by himself at this part of the racetrack. And he'll slow down to make the right-hand turn number 5. And
yeah, only 2 guys, yep.
At the end of turn number 6.
They're battling all weekend, both races.
A lot of other drivers have been doing again, and that is testing the limits of the braking. He's been locking up the left front of timer 2. He gets through this lap very clean, very crisp, and now he exits turn 6.
Laney and Matty D did good. Think they brought Burton up too soon. Possibly.
Track time on a track that you really is very limited. Think about last
it's
year.
100th career win. I hope he does. I was cheering for Barry last week.
Got his brain thinking about this facility.
Keep hitting that like button and subscribing. Over 100 likes. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
One of the things John Hunter Nemechek has talked about is they don't really have a very.
All right, so that is it with Group A.
Racetracks, but this is a racetrack where you really don't have a notebook because nothing was the
Chase
same a year
P4
ago that we're seeing these cars take on now as that ends the practice time for Group A.
Cyrus, I met Denny, SVG, Tyler Reddick last week, Matty D. I met who else? Fast Pasta last week. Whole bunch of drivers I got to see Larson pretty close. I was trying to get a picture with Larson, that didn't work, but he was watching Denny qualify. He was sitting on the wall. But all these drivers you can see in our vlog that we did from last week. So make sure you check those out. We went to the Nashville race last week and had VIP passes, so we got to be in the pits and in the garages and stuff. So we had a good time with it. So check out our vlogs that we did for the 3 races. They were pretty fun. So 4:50 a.m. Sunday here in New Zealand. Thanks for the stream, brother. You're welcome. You are. My wife, Spain, wants to know where in New Zealand are you at? Becky says I'm 3.5 hours from Michigan. Michigan will be on the schedule here very soon. Right? It's this Chicago, Pocono, and then Michigan, right? And then back, is it Indianapolis too? And then the break. I think we got 4 races this month. You're 3.5 hours from Michigan. 1.5, then daylight. So Group B will begin now. Group B practice. Triton, what's up, buddy? Tell Spain. Triton says, hey, boss. Michigan after Richmond. Okay. Sad about Hooters sponsorship not going to be on the 9. Yeah, so Hooters pulled out of NASCAR, which is crazy. So SVG is holding his own. Yeah, so Kyle Larson so far. We'll see. Can these drivers, anybody here, challenge Larson or SVG? What do you think? Of any of these drivers, I think Allmendinger and Ty Gibbs. I don't think anybody else is gonna do anything here, but Hocevar, Stenhouse, Hemrick, Eric Jones, Dinger, Haley, Harrison Burton, Bilicki, and Gibbs in Group B. 3 races this month: Chicago, Indy, Pocono. Okay, good deal. Can't wait for Indy. That should be fun. Back on the oval. Why is Group B so much smaller than Group A? I have no clue why they did that. I'm not sure why they did that, Marco. Even New Zealand isn't far away enough from Michigan, in my opinion. Where's Denny? You know what? Yeah, where is Denny? Maybe they just haven't added the drivers. Maybe that's what it is. They haven't added some of the drivers because Denny wasn't in the top. He wasn't even racing. So they just haven't added all the Group B drivers yet. So we'll see what happens here. I can't wait to watch Larson versus SVG. Should be a show, yeah, for today and tomorrow. Should be interesting. But we're in Group B practice. Yeah, I know. They only put so many in. I always still say that they need to do a Group B listing, and instead of making them combined in Group B, it's kind of hard to find, kind of hard to show too as well. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I hope Larson wins. Look at Bronny. Hey, write that down. Write that down. Bronny is cheering for Larson. There we go. Group B.
Of course, NASCAR now on the streets as we look.
I'm impressed with Todd Gilliland.
10, Kyle Larson really looking.
I mean,
good
McDowell's pretty expected, but
fastest.
And those two quickly becoming the standouts. You see a huge gap.
Todd Gilliland, 9th fastest. Zane Smith.
Suarez, Elliott, McDowell, Briscoe, all so close on lap time.
And again, that's the top 10 when qualifying.
We'll see what happens, Aiden.
You want to be out of your group at least.
Randy says McDowell for the pole. Could happen.
Final round.
He's got that Chicago White Sox paint job.
Track.
Tony's still going Christopher Bell.
Take a little time through the streets. What a great shot of Buckingham Fountain there as crews are going to work on the Group A cars. Making their way back onto pit road, getting ready for qualifying now. Again, fastest.
Another cool thing being down there in the pits watching the qualifying and practice. Interesting to see the guys work on their cars and interact with the drivers. Really cool.
Daniel Suarez, Chase Elliott. We know Chase Elliott's a great road course racer.
Well, Chase for sure. Yeah, McDowell right behind him. Got that win last year at Indianapolis, really where Chase was chasing him around. But Suarez, you know, we forget he got that win at Sonoma. He's driving the Xfinity car here. I think those laps help kind of becoming comfortable quicker in the Cup car. I think the surprise for me is Joey Logano, who's the opposite side. He's all the way down in 18th. He's also an Xfinity Series car. So really shocking that Logano's struggling on pace.
Right there, Braves champ. It's Larson, SVG, Suarez, Chase Elliott, McDowell, the top 5. We still have a bunch of drivers that haven't practiced yet.
A week ago, so that makes the lack of pace right here not better, but more manageable from the anxiety level, knowing that they got that win, came in right there around the cut line, just a little outside. That kind of got them into the playoffs. Now this is all about having just a good week, and they can focus on
finally updated.
just the race ahead.
Dave.
All right, here's your Group B.
Practice, just breaking
I even can't fit them all.
Crew at the pit box. The main thing that Chase was concerned about was just getting rhythm in a lap. He really wasn't disappointed with the balance of his race car, just couldn't find that lap rhythm that he looks for to put down a fast time. So 4th, not bad, not that far off of the 3 ahead of him, including teammate Kyle Larson, who was quickest.
Rick, you and I were out on the track yesterday. We ran into Chase's crew chief, Alan Gustafson, the engineers walking around, and it was funny because they had some opinions on kind of what you could see, but they were honest. They said, look, unless you're going at least pace car speed, it's hard to understand kind of the angle of attack to each corner. But they were more focused on the surface. We've heard a lot of comments about the surface. Dylan Welch has done a nice job of explaining what it's like down in turn 4. And that's what Alan was talking about. He really wanted to understand the different surfaces in each corner, so when Chase talked about it, he could kind of have that image in his head.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear Alan talk about the bumps and just how the car reacts. I mean, even coming from turn 6 to turn 7, we're going to see it. Right now we're going through the Congress Plaza here loop and into 12, but when they go over these bridges that are over the train tracks underneath, there are still bumps there too. So when they get light, they come down and kind of land hard, but then there's a bump there, and it happens also between 6 and 7.
This front stretch relatively smooth, but then heavy braking.
All right, Group
into
B
turn 1
practice.
in front of Mike Bagley.
Here comes William Byron off the end of the front straightaway. This is where he locks it down.
He looks nice and sunny.
The left-hander. He's going on to
What's up, Kenneth Clark? Good to see you, buddy.
900
Let's go
feet
9
now,
to win the
and a bit of
pole.
an elevation change that'll drop him down into turn 2. The right-hander onto Lakeshore Drive. And right now, he's just trying
Brandon,
to
what's
get
up?
every bit of speed he can get, Dylan.
And they'll work down Lakeshore Drive. You see this fade to the right here. That's turn
Everybody
number
has
3,
their
825
drway they don't like. It's
down
just
to
that's
turn
the
number
way it
4,
is.
where we
Bogan.
are at right
Everybody
here
has.
to the left.
This
Against
is
the field museum
practice,
of Natural
Cody.
History. Then it's
Practice.
a short blast up to turn
Talking
number
about
5, and
practice.
back around the corner and onto Columbus Drive.
Yeah, when they get back on Columbus, 2,050 feet from the exit of turn 5 to the entrance of turn 6. Now, this
See
is where
who
they'll
gets it
go
here.
into
They haven't done a
hard
complete
braking,
lap
and he
yet.
breaks way late coming into the corner, and he slides out just a tad. He'll clear 6, and now over the train tracks downhill into 7.
I think what's most difficult for all of these drivers is knowing
Rowdy
how hard
friends.
they can push a race car.
Where's my rowdy
If you
friends
push
watching this
early and
morning?
you overstep your bounds, there's concrete
Most of us hate
walls on
Denny,
both
right?
sides of the racetrack.
I mean, it is
You
what it
wanna
is.
maximize everything, but is lap 1 the time to do that?
Everybody has their
All these
right to
drivers
not like a
don't
driver,
understand
and
the
that's
grip
why we
level,
have a fan-friendly
understand
chat here.
where
You
they
can
push
talk
it,
about
where
whatever
they
you
can't
want.
push it. You get in a wreck early in practice, it
Just keep it
really
clean.
hurts your opportunity to be successful tomorrow.
And we see them coming out of turn 11 and going to 12, and you see the speed over 100 miles an hour.
I think so too, Larry. Stupid Roofer was talking about that in our comment section.
Accelerate from about
That he's
60 miles an hour
picking
to
Justin
over
Haley.
100 miles an hour, and then onto these long straightaways, they're going over 130 miles an hour.
They hate Austin Hill.
Here's
Yeah, I
Tyler
bet.
Reddick making his way down the front straightaway. E2 is
All right,
ready
let's
to enter
see
into turn
who's
number 1,
faster here.
looking for another win on the season, taking that 23
Anybody yet?
car through
Nope.
turn 1, headed now over to turn 2, Lakeshore Drive, and E2 Dylan just trying to get all the speed he can and get the best launch he can out of turn 2.
Wallace, the fastest so far of Group B.
NASCAR iteration of the next gen chassis, so he knows how to find the limit at these types of racetracks. Throwing here last
Rowdy,
year,
Ronnie, I see you.
number 4 right now, chasing
Except
Christian
Ty
Bell as
Gibbs.
they work down Roosevelt and come around turn number 5. We'll be embedded with Tyler
Keep hitting that
Reddick.
like button for us.
Reporters will have all
Trying to
the
get to
insights
200 likes here on this qualifying stream.
Tyler Reddick, among everyone else, is trying to find
125.
where the boundary
Keep
is
it going,
and
y'all.
find how deep you can drive into
Keep
the
hitting that
corner.
subscribe as well if you're new to us.
Pace scheme he's got on the car, he's giving us a great look on board right now.
You already
as he
know.
gets
I
ready
know.
to enter turn 7.
Look at turn 7. Look at all the brake marks on the inside of the racetrack. That's where people have locked up the right front tire. Right front gets really light in there. It's easy to flat spot it. Climb this hill, hug the left side of the wall, back down the hill. Almost
Wallace,
hit the
Byron,
right
Reddick,
door of that
Hamlin.
wall, left side all the way to
Wow, look at
this
Hamlin on the
wall
top.
again. It is a game of
Group
inches
B.
if you want to make lap time.
So many things associated with Chicago sports and food.
All right, now I can scroll it up here.
Deep dish pizza from right here in Chicago, and they are busy this weekend.
Deep dish pizza. All right, so let's see. Fastest so far, Ty Gibbs. And then Reddick, Bubba Wallace. So Ty Gibbs, the 12th fastest rider from the Group B. And then you got Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin. I'm surprised with that. I am completely surprised with that. Did not expect that. He is not a road course racer. Joey Logano is the driver I hate the most, Billy Vos said. I agree with you, buddy. Kenny Wallace has this in the bag. Kenny Wallace? Okay. Uh-oh. 1 second. Back up. Come on. No. But appreciate y'all being here. After this, when we do qualifying in round 2, I'll put the pin message for our Xfinity race. So we'll be doing that after this. Bubba not a racer at all. I mean, he was there for the contention last week. Thought he might have pulled it off. He had the most fuel there at the end, but did not happen. Thank you so much, Dale, for subscribing. Starlin Disciplines of King Jesus. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. Tyler says, did Xfinity Series qualifier already happen? I saw last year's winner, the Loop 110 SVG, has the pole for today's race. Yes, Tyler, the Xfinity race was earlier this morning, so that's done. SVG, Kyle Larson on the pole on the outside. So that is that. But thanks, guys, for the likes. Keep on hitting it. We'll see if we get to 200 likes for our qualifying stream as we are in Group B practice. Group B practice here for the NASCAR Cup Series here in Chicago. Ty is slow compared to, those two guys. I don't think, well, Ty is right back up there in third. And he made a run that last bit for the Xfinity race in that 19 car. Lots of Cup drivers in the Xfinity race today. Like I talked about in our preview vlog, that the Xfinity race is loaded with talent and a lot of road course drivers in this as well. So this should be a fun race to watch. We'll be bringing a live coverage of you guys flag to flag. So we hope for you guys to be here with us for that. Little Jack picked Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace Jr. Wow, look at you, Jack, man. Do you think Bubba will make the playoffs? Well, Logano winning, it kind of hurt his chances, but we got a little ways to go. So
visit NASCAR.com/fantasy. Put your team in. Take a look at that. Chicago has so many cool landmarks and arts, and that right there is called Cloud Gate. Steve, what does everybody else call it?
It's the beam. Everybody calls it. So that's stainless steel panels welded together and polished where you can't see any of the seams. Crazy.
Those dropped that 24 and that 48.
Numerous. Yes. My wife and I were.
Christopher Bell, if you know where your driver is, let me know. No news yet, Aiden. No news yet.
Carson Hocevar.
If you need to know where your driver is, let me know. I'll scroll up.
And his crew chief out to dinner last night.
Bubba can win at Pocono or Michigan. You're right, Larry.
The Cup Series, we always talk about just how difficult it is. I think that it's tough to judge because I think Spire is also really
10 minutes left here in Group B practice.
Right, 6 quick in practice. No damage yet. 4 laps underneath him. Young, enthusiastic driver. He's definitely on the go pedal, right? He's not a conservative type style. He really has that aggressive style.
Carson Hocevar getting penalized last week. Thank you so much, Mega.
He's coming off of
should be called Group T.
Penalty from a week ago where he spun Harrison Burton under caution. NASCAR frowned upon that and decided that they would charge him with 25 points and $50,000 for this incident.
Yeah, and it starts here. Harrison Burton with a really big block under racing. The 7-7 thought he had a run. He was upset for that block, but that's really what racing has become, right? So then here, the yellow comes.
Wow, I didn't realize he went that low to block him. I didn't realiase that. That's crazy. Legend in training. Where's the 12, CeeLo? Blaney in 21st spot. He's got 5 laps on this track right now.
But when the track goes yellow, if we expect safety workers to go out there and do their job, the drivers have to respect it. $50,000.
Harrison Burton in 38th.
Definitely get your attention.
Justin Haley, they're in 36th fastest. Rowdy in 31st.
Talented young driver, really on his way up.
Well, and that 25 points is going to hurt. Really, his rookie of the year. He's in that running, and those 25 points are going to really
hurt. Come on, AJ.
Ty
can run with him. He can.
Working the track on the track walk, and now he's got a lot of experience here at this course.
Here's Denny Hamlin. He has just cleared turn number 7. He is headed to Jeff Burton in turn 11.
Denny Hamlin, such a smooth race car driver.
He's just not a road course guy.
He seems very confident. Pole winner here last year. Can this be the year?
I think they just kind of want to put that under the rug. They really don't want to get into it.
Jeff, can the driver of the 11 put as much focus as he needs to on the championship? He says it's one race.
Hamlin 4th fastest in Group B practice and 7th overall. I'm shocked.
Finishing his career without a championship.
Shocked.
Of course, Denny's been in the headline this week about what happened with him and Kyle
What racetrack?
last weekend.
Thanks for the following on Facebook, San Diego Kid.
Denny
Appreciate that,
said
buddy.
On his podcast, things may get worse or escalate. Larson says he's done. He just wants respect. So that Denny Larson situation will make its way to center stage at some point tomorrow, I'm sure, Dylan.
Well, they'll be awfully close together, you'd have to imagine, at some point, so plenty of opportunity for them to race each other. Denny smoothly through 4 and through 5 right now as he continues to sit in the 4th spot here in standings.
Now watch his speed, right? He left turn 5 at about 65, 70 miles an hour. By the time he gets all the way to turn number 6, 143 miles an hour, and he takes it back to 51 miles an hour.
Mountain Billy, I'm going Larson.
As he works his way to 7.
Keep hitting that subscribe. See if we can get to 16,250.
See the work he's got to do. This downshifts.
Keep hitting that like button as well. Trying to get to 200 likes.
Look how much wheel movement there is. Trying to find the grip with the front tires while turning, and then here, go to the throttle
that
as
54
quickly as
legend
you
in
can.
training.
Hands full over here on this part of the racetrack.
Let me see those
Continue to
54s.
learn around here, but we referenced the issues between Larson and Hamlin, and we'll take you back to just a week ago. And this is just one instance. There have been numerous instances over the past couple years where these.
I witnessed that when he took him high in the turn. I was watching. I was right there.
Larson using up the 11, moving him up the race.
And I was listening to the radio when all that went down as well. Eric Church dropping those 54s. What's up, Curtis? What's going on, my buddy? You're welcome, buddy.
Well, it's gone on for quite some time. And
Hocevar never did anything wrong.
So interesting.
Now that I just saw like what Harrison Burton, how far low he blocked him is ridiculous. But it's racing.
Run all year long. They have been.
Yeah, he's in Rick. He's going to be in Deegan's car for the Xfinity race.
In the front. So for nearly 20% of the entire season, they've been first, second, third, fourth, fifth. You did that.
Third out of 40 is pretty fast. You're right.
I mean, this is what NASCAR is built on, is rivalries at the front of these grids.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised if it isn't the 11 and the 5 that are fighting for a championship.
Good to see you, San Diego Kid, man.
And we'll see how aggressive.
Bowman, they're in 11th place, bud.
And a little bit of contact with the outside wall there. That's 4.
Who got in contact there? Oh, the 45 hit the wall, looks like. This paint job right here is awesome. That's awesome paint job, by the way. All right, appreciate y'all being here. Thanks so much. Kyle Larson, Ty Gibbs the fastest in Group B practice. Ty Gibbs fastest in Group B practice. We've got about less than 10 minutes to go for Group B practice. And then they'll have Group A qualifying and then Group B qualifying. And then top 5 from each group. We'll move on to round 2 and we'll crown a pole sitter for tomorrow's Grant Park 165. Tomorrow we'll be bringing you the live coverage of the Grant Park 165 right here on our channel. We'll have the audio, we'll have the cameras and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys tune in for us to have a good time. All right, we're at a commercial break. Kyle Larson, SVG, and then Ty Gibbs trying to get there. But, man, that 88.443 run by Kyle Larson is going to be... Ty Gibbs has to make up a 200s or so to get on the pole. 300s of a second. So we'll see what happens. It's a fantastic day in Chicago. That's right. Looks pretty. Better than last year's. Last year's it rained, remember? And they had to end it early. What's Justin Haley's time? Justin Haley way in the back here. I just showed it a little while ago. Justin Haley, fastest lap was a 90.899. Not fast at all. Last year was a monsoon. You're right about that. Justin Haley, 38th fastest. 38th fastest. Man, these commercials forever. What's going on here?
Fireworks between
Same commercial. Long commercial.
Michigan. And see between the high rises, that's Grant Park back there, and that's where we are seeing.
I never met Gibbs, so I can't say he's a jerk. That would make me a jerk, Larry says. Cole Trickle, what's up, man? Last year was a monsoon. Ty Gibbs, 2021 ARCA Champ, 2021 Xfinity Rookie of the Year, 2022 Xfinity Champ, 2023 Rookie of the Year, Legend in Training, Eric Church says.
I think it's hard to tell you see the tire tracks he's carrying. The 23 behind him is almost faster than the 45.
I think I need to get that SVG diecast. The 16 Wendy's car looks like a 91 on IR. Nice. Thank you for that subscribe. Billy for Eyes, appreciate ya.
Turn 12. It's before you get on the front stretch. You restart there. You have to maintain. Oh man, as I thought the 54 was going to get into the wall in front of the 45. You have to maintain your lane, so you're going to be forced into the second groove. So while the track is improving,
2 minutes left in Group B practice, y'all. 2 minutes.
And low on grip.
Ty Gibbs, another one of those drivers doing double duty. He'll race this afternoon in the Xfinity Series and then be racing tomorrow for the Cup Series, which he's practicing now. We see those bumps as he went into turn 4.
And last lap, he ran the fastest lap of practice on lap 10. So, pushing that limit, he obviously found it into turn 1 with that lockup.
Yeah, lap 10, 89.405 fastest of everybody.
So, Steve, you mentioned the turn 1 lockup. They told Ty Gibbs that he was not braking deep enough as a couple of cars that were getting better.
The kid is great, but spitting out his teammate for a championship was a bit of a jerk move.
But you could see he was really pushing a little bit harder there. Steve, you give him spots where you can improve on, but you don't want to over-improve.
Who do the Cubs play? I'm not sure. Angels again? Okay, there you go. Thanks, Jake.
We think you can gain a little time here. So he's down in. And that is a panicky moment for the race car driver. I mean, you're talking 3 or 4 more feet, and he makes contact with that right side tire barrier. I mean, look how close it is. Thankful
what do you got, Jake Hobby?
Barrier off, or he would have found an issue.
Here was the lockup, though, right there.
Oh yeah, he almost hit the wall.
That's when you start to see that tire smoke. That's actually when you want to start getting off the brakes. The reason it locked up is because he was carrying too much speed, as we see. Big moment with the back of the 51. Why you see that tire lock up is because
51 almost spun as well.
Slows down enough to make the corner.
And that's Justin Haley in 39th because of that spin.
Yeah. So now we're back down, heading towards turn 6. Mike Bagley, that was Calamity Corner a year ago in the wet.
It was, and we're looking for it again this weekend, although it'd be interesting to see.
Went back and watched the Ally 400. Harrison Burton brake checked Carson Hocevar on purpose, causing Carson to spin out. Harrison Burton lost his ride this week. Yep.
Austin Cindric in the 2 in hot pursuit.
Great shot of the 2 car coming downhill, bouncing off of those bumps. This is how rough the racetrack is. Practice coming to a close. Drivers still trying to find everything that there is. Only 20 minutes of practice.
That's right, Cole.
A very unique racetrack is very limited amount of time. There is a lot left on the racetrack. There is almost no driver that feels like they hit their laps.
All right, so Group B practice is over. It's qualifying time.
Rick, I'm going to say Bubba Wallace.
He didn't hit anything.
Third on 5-lap average. That whole practice looked in control, running some great laps.
Burton had mentioned drivers trying to find things. How about Alex Bowman trying to find his first win? And he was at the top of that 5-lap average. Could Bowman surprise?
48, 5th fastest out of so Gibbs, Bowman, Wallace, Reddick were your fastest in Group B. So now we are in qualifying Group A. Turn off Group B. We're going to get rid of practice. Talking about practice. Now we're going to bring in a qualifying. We'll see who gets the pole. 300 cars in the tie. Remember, the Chevys are fast. I'm surprised about the Toyotas. They have made some changes. The Toyotas were nowhere to be found last year. So to see these Toyotas up there is interesting. They have changed the way. So Austin Hill Joey Hand in that 60 RFK, Kaz Grella in 15, John Hunter Nemechek, SVG, Michael McDowell, Corey LaJoy, Josh Berry, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, Todd Gilliland, Zane Smith, Bad Brad Keselowski, Noah Gragson, Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, Joey Logano, and Kyle Larson are your Group A qualifiers. Who in this Group A do you see making the top 5? Who would you say is going to be a surprise in this top 5 for Group A? Let me see in the chat. Who do you have as a surprise for Group A top 5? Larson or SVG for the poll. For regular, you figured Xfinity or you figure SVG, Larson are going to be up there. So that's 2. So you got 3 more. Corey LaJoy, the 38 car, Gilliland, yeah, he was fast. Gibbs, Larson, SVG, Elliott, Bowman, Gala, and McDowell. Gilliland and McDowell, sorry. Gilliland and McDowell, not Gala. Chris Buescher, there, at RFK, could do something. Someone has said that as well, picked Chris Buescher to win this weekend. Would be funny to see if SVG and Larson got 1 and 2, and like they did Xfinity race. It might happen, Crash. 19 for the surprise, Truex Jr. in the top 5. Eric Church is going the 16, the 5, the 9, the 34, and the 17. That's a good bet. Dustin Walker says Zane Smith, Todd Gilliland, and Michael McDowell. Front Road Motorsports, man. I didn't expect Todd Gilliland to be a road course racer, but interesting that he's up there. I know McDowell is. I mean, he has shown his thing. All right, here we go, yo.
The fastest times that came out of A. Ty Gibbs was fastest in B.
The 10 maybe. Yeah, Gragson. Interesting.
Strong, qualifying, about ready to get underway here in Chicago.
I didn't see that. Did that happen? I was down in the pits. When did that happen? Did it happen after?
Wherever your summer takes you.
I'll have to ask Tom about that one.
With Twizzlers.
I wasn't allowed in the pits after the race was over. They wouldn't let me.
I knew it. I thought something.
I went to Victory Lane and then they closed the VIP for it.
Blue Chew. Blue Chew?
Oh, commercial. Sorry. Dang. Always messed up on that. Isn't this the second time Custer and Nemechek got into each other? When did this happen? Did it happen after the Victory Lane? Because I don't seeing it happen in Victory Lane. Remember in Canada in the truck race years ago, Nemechek won and Custer went and tackled him. Interesting. I want to be a NASCAR driver, but I don't know where to start. It takes a long road, man. It doesn't happen overnight. Keep hitting that subscribe button for us, guys. Thank you so much for the subscribers today. Keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 200 likes on our stream. 200 likes. See if we can get to 16,300. Our goal today, 16,300. I think that's what he's talking about. Nothing happened. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, when did that happen? Like, he was in Victory Lane for a while. It must have happened after Victory Lane. And I was like, he didn't come into Victory Lane and do it because I was there. Do you do NASCAR fantasy on the go? I do not. I have enough going on with fantasy baseball and then YouTube and my work life and family life. I don't have much time for anything else. Did someone fight in Victory Lane? No one did. No one did. Money in the Bank tonight, Jake? Is Money in the Bank tonight? I'll have to watch that. No, it was when Nemechek was in Canada. Okay. Yes, Nemechek. So Money in the Bank tonight.
The Xfinity Series will take on the street course here. We'll get you started with Countdown to Green on NBC at 3 o'clock. Then Xfinity Series racing at 3:30. Tomorrow, the NTT IndyCar Series will be racing from Mid-Ohio. That's at 1:30. And then the Cup Series back on the streets here. Countdown to Green.
That's crazy. I don't think I remember that. Thank you, subscribing, Cam. Cam, thanks.
Is it going to be Kyle Larson? Is it going to be Shane Van Gisbergen? I think Kyle
I'm
Larson's
not
taken
doing so well.
How good Shane Van Gisbergen
In the lower
has
tier,
been on this course.
but the long
I'm not
season.
sure who the favorite should be, but we're going to get a real close look at Tyler Reddick. We'll be embedded with him.
I do all the
And
time, Mountain
spotter
Billy.
1, 2, and 3. 3 spotters to check out tomorrow. So a lot to tune in and see as we see.
I just keep my fingers crossed the whole entire time, Mountain Billy. That's what I do.
It's fun to say pit road.
Mountain Billy, I got a new Denny hat to show you when I'm allowed to wear it.
Lake Michigan, and now on to DeSable Lakeshore Drive.
All right, here we go. Group A.
It's a little bit different with these groups. We see groups a lot, but normally it's down to 1 lap. Here you have 15 minutes. So we see a lot of cars on the racetrack. In 15 minutes, I believe you could go out, you could get a lap. You could even run consecutive laps if you have enough cooling in your race car. You could come to pit road. You could sit on pit road and get.
He went to get the checkered flag and then he tackled him. Interesting.
And even if you don't advance, just moving yourself up the grid helps your starting position.
We've seen speeds during practice upwards of 141 miles an hour, entering some turns at the end of the streets or straight.
Yeah, because it was 25 laps for practice, right? And they only did like
timing back to the start
9.
line, like you would expect, where they see the green flag on Sunday. But actually, right here, we're going to come through turn 12, and there's going to be this white line as you see Larson cross it. He's now on a qualifying run as Chase Elliott.
Thank you, Dan, for subscribing. We appreciate you.
Alternate start-finish line to kind of reduce traffic and the number of laps that are necessary.
Yeah, that way they can make the hard right turn and get onto pit road at the
all right,
end
here we go.
of the lap, as opposed to going all the way
Look
around.
at that, Larson up front.
With Kyle Larson.
Ooh. He came close to hitting that wall, y'all. Top 5 advance.
And right here, 141 miles an hour. They'll slow down, hard on the brakes, through the bumps into turn 4.
And it's a funny corner because you almost brake for 4 and then carry the speed over to 5. It's not even really a straightaway. It's almost like a double apex corner. Now we're down into turn 6, a 90-degree left-hander, but important to carry the speed through.
Kyle Larson has been so good on the streets today. We'll see how he does here. Big bump right there when he comes.
You think Drew wins?
The bridge that goes over the railroad tracks there.
I love that shot. They just appear. They climb the hill, and here they are. Now kind of the,
look at Chase. Let me see
another
those 9s, y'all, in the chat.
Congress
If you're a Chase fan and you're here celebrating Chase,
oh my goodness, almost out of control.
let me see those 9s. Chase Elliott.
He somehow continues it to a 128.21.
Fastest lap we
You see those 9s.
here today. What a
You put
lap
20
by
on Larson to win the pole for $140?
I mean,
Not too bad.
I'm hoping he has catches.
Wow.
That was so. There's just
See
no
those
real,
9s.
I mean, that was so close to absolute catastrophe. You see over the bump, a huge slide, and he corrects it.
That was coming out of turn 10.
That might cost him the pole.
Kozlowski got into the wall.
I think he'll be all right,
between
though.
that
But
4 and 5. And remember, these next-gen cars, they have those, kind of toe links, which basically point the rear tires going straight. You can bend them, you can break them.
they got the windshield wipers on them this week.
Off of 12.
I was impressed with the speed of the 7 in practice. That first qualifying run being 9th. I don't think he's going to love that lap. This is a driver that I was thinking might stay on the racetrack, more of a rhythm driver where a couple laps is better than a little bit of tape you could add.
Is that White Sox 34?
34.
No, this is not. This is Cup qualifying.
Trending really well compared to Kozlowski in 5th.
If you're a McDowell fan, let me see those 34s.
One of the announcements of driver changes that leaves an opening at front row.
White Sox on the hood of that.
You're a McDowell fan.
He's trying to grab all of Chicago.
Hey.
But he's actually probably only going to get half of Chicago, right? Because he's got.
Live 2 hours away. Might go tomorrow. You should, CJ. Always good to go to a race live.
So I'm going to give him 40%.
It's fun. So much fun. Larry dropping those 34s. Any more 34
Out
fans?
of 10 as well.
Listen to Chase Elliott scanner. Awesome.
8, 9, 10. We're just going to stick with names. We're coming back to Michigan. We're on Michigan Ave now.
Michigan, and he'll make the right-hand turn on.
We'll be listening to some scanners for the Xfinity race.
The bridge, and back down. Good lap.
Beats Larson for the fastest lap of the
Wow.
day.
Who called Michael McDowell to the top? Who said that? Speak now to be honored.
17 jumps into 3rd. Chris Buescher So consistent at the road courses, always in the mix. Finds his way into the top 10, regardless of what happens during the race. On board here with Chastain.
Is SVG just waiting, or what's he doing here? Why isn't he out there? Is he waiting to see what he has to beat?
Again, we're comparing the 5th because the top 5 will advance to the final round of qualifying.
What is up with SVG?
Or lose on this kind of. So you're on Michigan, you're going to get off from Michigan onto Congress Plaza and back onto Michigan.
Big sweeping left-handed turn. You're actually going up and then back down once you hit the apex of 9.
Whoever said Busher, you're brilliant too.
Driver, Uber driver, oh man, I just want to drive that course one time. I want to go that fast down Michigan.
Yeah, this is an Uber driver's dream.
Oh, good lap for Chastain.
Ross Chastain, P3.
16 of Shane Van Gisbergen.
Must be wearing Magic White socks to be P1. That's right.
Has set the course record.
Is he on the track? Okay. It's just not updating, so I don't know what's going on with that.
It's a good lap, but really for the expectation out of SVG, I think it's an okay lap. Look, he's staying on the race track. He's going to try to improve because while currently fifth,
there he is on the track now. He's fifth fastest. There he is.
We ride on board, maybe we can see where he's so good. 2/10 up already over his previous lap. Yeah. We're comparing him to himself.
Ross P3.
So he's found he must have had a mistake early in his lap. He's 3/10 ahead of just where it was a lap ago.
Which that would put him where McDowell is because he was about 3/10 of a second slower than McDowell on his first lap, but a little better than that as he goes through 4.
I don't know, Starry, Slarty, Bart Fast. Some like him, some don't. Some make their opinions known.
He's not only shifting, I think he's adjusting his brake bias as well. His right hand is just too busy to be only shifting. There's some of that debris. He's hoping the yellow doesn't come out. He wants to finish this lap because he's on a much.
We will. I will.
This has the chance to be the fastest lap of the day.
We're hearing they're going to let everyone who's on a lap right now finish. So we'll see how he does.
Oh, yeah.
A half a second better than himself. Let's see. This could be a new course record out of 12.
Suarez right in front of him ran a 15.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
1:27.86, Steve.
Oh, my gosh. On the top.
P1 by 3/10. 3/10.
Travis Mack excited on the radio by 3/10. I'm going to repeat that. By 3/10. He said.
You know Larson's going to get back out there.
To improve. He's going to.
SVG to the top.
Closer. Let's see, though. There's time to be made down here.
Now, LaJoy, a 28.53 is his fast. Oh, no.
Oh, LaJoy spins.
And that's hard impact for the 7. That's going to take some real repair. Yeah, look at that.
I can't see, but a lot of left side damage here.
Yeah. A lot of left side damage, and this is where you have to kind of balance.
They are Mountain Billy, you're right.
What he was trying to do, but he had improved to 7th. But Jeff Burton continues to tell us, like,
work it up, SVG.
That's the commitment level you need, and he kind of gets in the corner. I just think he's.
He does like the crash. I thought he was going to win last week. He had a chance. He had a chance.
I mean, he's in trouble already, and he slides. There's just no chance. Misses that tire barrier.
Corey LaJoy spins.
Listen in.
There you go.
He knows that alternate start finish line is right there. Just has to get through one corner. And you can see the frustration, mad at himself, knows he was having a good time. He has prided himself of trying to improve here, and this is the risk.
Still 6.5 minutes in this group qualifying. And right now we're seeing a very upset.
How do they do this when there is no racing? Do they take things down? It's not really, I mean, it's all about the AI and with talking and all that, but been doing this for over a year and almost 2 years now and never had any issues, but it's all good. But thank you guys for watching, y'all. Appreciate it. Keep on hitting that like button. We're almost to 200 likes. 200 likes. And we got 516 of us in here. Appreciate all the love today for a qualifying stream. We're 500 plus in here today. Thank you so much. We're going to be doing the Xfinity race coming up after this. Definitely have some fun with that. Flag to flag coverage of the Loop 110 from the Grant Park Chicago Street Race. What's up, Coach? Good to see you, buddy. Coach, welcome in too as well. But thanks for the subscribes. Thanks for the likes today as we are bringing you the coverage of practice and qualifying. What's up, Teresa? Good to see you as well. So SVG Suarez, look at that. Michael McDowell, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain are your 5 right now. But let's see who gets in this last chance here to get in for Group A, and then we'll move to Group B. Group B qualifying after this, and then the top 5 for each will move on to round 2. For rolling for a few minutes, back for Xfinity. Awesome, Coach. Appreciate you being here, man. Thanks. Good to see ya. You'll be okay, Brownie. I promise. I promise. TJ, good to see ya. But appreciate it. Barry could win. Josh Berry. Would that be something? He wins this road course. That would be crazy. The Wood brothers would be like, hey, we got a driver. Yeah. Thank you, Gaming 2, for subscribing. We appreciate you. Thanks so much for subscribing. Chase is right there as well. He's in P9. I have a 6 Chase Elliott diecast cars. You have 6 Chase Elliott diecast cars. Nice. Well, I hope you have a Hooters one, because that will be worth some money these days, because Hooters has pulled out of NASCAR, y'all. They cannot afford. Hendrick pulled out of Hooters. They said that they weren't living up to their deal. But Hooters no longer will probably be on a car in NASCAR. So great to see Austin Hill at the back of the field. Won't be near SVG all day. Yeah.
The Black Keys will be out there in the park at 5 o'clock. Chainsmokers at 8 tomorrow. Lauren Elena will be out on the stage on Sunday to get things kicked off. And then Keith Urban wraps it all up.
Keith Urban, huh?
At 1 o'clock. And that's the stage. You see the back of it right there. Just past the Field Museum. But crowd's starting to build up there.
I want to know are you going to be on that ramp right there? I'm not sure.
So they're going to have a race during the concert?
It looks like
that's kind of weird.
I'll be making a jump later.
Yeah, I hope so, Rick. If so, I'm going
to
take
is
a break from the booth
racing in Xfinity. Yeah, he is racing in Xfinity.
Yeah, the bumps are.
Yeah, that's right.
Just amazing here.
The Giz.
So there's the bumps, and then when he turns back to the right, I mean, look at that right there. Look how high the right front is off the ground. So this is the balance. You want soft rear springs, because you can imagine soft is better. It rides the bumps, although nothing's going to ride that situation, but it rides the bump like a Cadillac, right? Like going over a set of train tracks in your Suburban. It kind of goes right over it. If you get in your sports car, down on the ground, it's rough and it shakes, and that's the balance between the two. You can make it ride really nice, but it's not very fast. So you have to find this comfort that your driver can perform at, but you also have enough speed in the car where you're not asking too much of your driver.
Last week, y'all.
John Hunter Nemechek here in his Toyota Camry. Now, a street legal Camry, you can see, upwards of maybe 500 horsepower or something out of a car that was.
What's up, promo code? Good to see you. Larson 4th, not good enough.
These guys are turning a lot more, obviously, speed.
4 minutes left here in Group A qualifying.
More tire, more downforce. I want to see this 42 car. I was really impressed with his laps and practice and consistency.
Yeah, I got to meet him, man. It's awesome.
So I want to see.
Stood out there in almost 100-degree heat.
Repetitive laps, he does have the speed. You see him trending in the green so far.
We're continuing on with Group A. We had an issue with some of the banners coming off of the wall, so there was a red flag that stopped this qualifying session for just a few moments while they cleaned that up.
Let me check a real
4 minutes to go here. What group is Denny? He's in Group B.
Left-hand turn 6, and then you said it the best, Rick. We go through this corner about 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, let's do that, Brendan.
And in one city block, they're going to reach over 100. Over 100 miles an hour cresting this bridge. They pop into view. Brad Keselowski, we saw him chasing his teammate.
Chastain, they're in 5th, knocking Busher out.
Busher is 6th on the board. Keselowski 11th. Keselowski, though, on a really good lap.
Both RFK drivers back-to-back there.
Again, comparing to Chastain, who's 5th, top 5 advance to the
racers you root for, Elliott Larson.
For each group. Keselowski's still looking very good.
Yeah, but he's got traffic here, and I don't know if Chastain is coming to the green. Okay, Chastain moves over. So aware. You talk about small things. Chastain understanding Brad, or he's hearing from the spotter that Brad's coming. He gives him the lane.
Still 0.3 of a second. Keselowski, is he going to put himself in? It looks like
Keselowski P2.
A 127.92.
Didn't expect that one there.
To improve at the road courses, paying off. As
Larson's not going to be in the top 5, y'all.
Only the second person to run a sub 128 lap.
Right now he is, I guess, according to this. Bad Brad, that's right.
Laps, the sketchiest laps you run all day and all weekend, because once you get in the race, you can kind of run at 90%, but you cannot run a 127.9 if you leave anything in every corner. So every corner
Larson in the top 5 now.
Speaking of right on the edge,
Larson Wowski.
Look at this. No, I got to make the hard right.
Well, I think he was like, I'm going to run another lap. Like,
Anyone know when the unlimited restarts at the end of race went into the rule book?
That's how tight it is to get on.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Nemechek, can he finish this lap off?
Good question, though, Joshua. Is Larson on the track? Yes, he is. He just moved into the top 5.
11th, 6th. I mean, that's 5 rows. This A group will start on the outside, so that, that's 5 rows. That's basically 10 positions at the end of the day.
Mark Truex Jr.
No, I think it's interesting. Makes the crews have to think about stuff like that at the end of the race.
We talk a lot about SVG, but when you look at Truex's resume at the road courses, I think he's the type of guy that get the strategy right. You give him
Truex
position. I don't
trying to get in the top 5.
You're going to have to find a way past him. Retiring at the end of the year for full-time competition.
He's a 5-time winner on road courses, so he's not one to overlook.
Jeff Gordon?
When you come to Chicago here in this street course.
Thanks for the 200 likes, y'all. Appreciate it.
On the clock, go another lap, and a lot of damage to the back of this one.
Yeah, I think that's Josh Berry in the 4. It looks like the exit of turn 5. Can't tell if it was 5 or.
You call him 2X?
Wherever it was, he backed it in. You see the
53 seconds left.
That car has wrinkles. The 17 of
Busher. Who was that that hit the wall?
That's a big hit with one of these cars.
Chris Busher hit the wall.
Toe link. I was going to say, I thought that might be too much, and it is. It breaks the toe link on the 17. So that adjustment will force him to go to the rear of the field for the race. Then the 4, I believe it's going to be a backup car. His issue was in turn 5.
Turn
5. Josh Berry hit the wall as well.
Heavy contact. It's going to be a lot of late
Look at
nights.
Larson.
These teams don't bring fully prepared cars for everyone. There is enough cars, but you have to kind of put your driver's equipment in there and their setups. As with all that happening, Kyle Larson ran a 127.5, which is just an absolute monster lap. This final round, or we got a whole other round, but the track just keeps getting better. And Larson,
you need your $140
top once again.
Yeah, 27.51 we mentioned earlier. Course record.
Let's see what Logano can do for you. I don't see it happening.
This time it's Larson. Suarez is currently 5th, so trying to protect that. The clock has expired, so this is the end of his lap. Just protecting that 5th spot.
Yeah, and I think that's because the 15 in front of him is off the pace. Maybe one other car on the racetrack.
Richard Petty, yes, sir.
128.15 for Suarez.
Yeah, but the 71 slow, so he's already off the pace.
Fastest in Group A is Larson. The issue there for Josh Berry.
So Josh Berry spins. So Larson, SVG, Bad Brad, Michael McDowell, and Daniel Suarez are your top 5. So man, oh man, Chastain was up there for a little bit. Chris Buescher was up there for a little bit. Then he hit the wall. Chase Elliott was up there for a little bit. So he's going to finish 9th. So 6th on back to 20th will be the inside row for your Grant Park 165. This is Group A. So we're moving on to Group B. Group B now. So let me move Group B. Boom. And let me move Group A away. And let's move Group B where it belongs. Group B. Where you at, Group B? Group B? That's the wrong one. We want Group B. Group B, where you at? Move him over here. All right, Group B. Do you like Ryan Blaney? Yeah, matter of fact. I'm wearing my Blaney hat. I cannot wear Denny stuff this week in order to our promise that went 2 weeks ago. That I cannot wear Denny stuff on stream if we have a milestone moment. We went over 16,000 subscribers on that New Hampshire race. So if we hit 17,000 at the end of this weekend, which anything's possible these days, I guess, we'll no more Denny. But if not, I'll be showing you our new Denny hat next week if I don't make 17,000. So I'm glad Blaney finally woke in the advanced auto scheme. Yep. And then when I do wear this Denny hat or Blaney hat, Denny does well. So that's how it goes. Ty will probably get the best time in Group B, probably for sure. Why doesn't Larson ever struggle? I've heard his crew chief say they struggle if he's running 6th. That's not struggling. I just wish he ran bad still at all races, at least one time. Denny, yeah, not who I would cheer for, but I do respect what he has accomplished. Yep. A lot of people don't like him, but we take it anyways. But I'm glad he won in that scheme. Where's Joey at? Joey, they took it away, but he was in like the 20th spot there. Get a Denny's restaurant hat and wear that. That's right. That's right. It says Denny's on it. Meet and greets. Because Larson can drive the wheels off anything. Give him, as we always said about Kyle Busch, give him a grocery cart. He'll win in that too. So.
Underway with Countdown to Green on NBC for the Xfinity Series racing here at 3:30, and then tomorrow NTT IndyCar Series racing from Mid-Ohio, and Countdown to Green and Cup Series racing 4 and 4:30. Again, a reminder, we're embedded with the 45 team of Tyler Reddick during stage 2, and so much strategy going into these street courses. That'll be fun to listen into.
Denny's the GOAT. That's right, Trigger.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a
you are right on that, Trigger. All right, so we're just waiting on Group B qualifying to start here. Josh Bilicki, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, Harrison Burton, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Eric Jones, Kyle Busch, Justin Haley, Christopher Bell, Daniel Hemrick, Carson Hocevar, Austin Cindric, Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Blaney. I think we got one more. Tyler Reddick. So there's your top 20. See if I can fit them all on there. All right, so let's see what happens. Blaney is the GOAT. He was running out front last week as well, but then had to pit for gas. KFB, I think, is headed for retirement. Again, I respect what he has accomplished, but the last couple seasons are showing he had a good run in Nashville until Larson ran out of gas on that restart and Chase hit him from behind and spun out and he hit the wall. And that was all she wrote for Kyle Busch. He had a good run, though, last week. I was really looking forward to him in the top 5. He was really running good. So thank you guys so much for everything. We're over 200 likes. We appreciate you on this qualifying stream here for the NASCAR Cup Series. Coming up right after this, about 45 minutes after we end here, we will be bringing you the live coverage of the Xfinity race, flag-to-flag coverage. We'll have the aerial cam, the battle cam, I guess. We'll see how it goes. If not, we'll definitely have some in-car cameras to watch. We'll be bringing you the live broadcast of the NBC, and we're ready to have some fun. So I hope you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out our videos from last week in Nashville. I got 3 vlogs on our channel as well. Trigger says he's old school NASCAR, not a wuss, and doesn't care about what anyone thinks. just does him and does a good job. I wish I could party with him. Are we talking about Hamlin? Is that who we're talking about, Trigger? Or are we talking about Rowdy? Busch just keeps getting screwed over by Larson. He needs to stay away from the 5 and the 22. My pick for the top 5 is Reddick, Denny, Allmendinger, Christopher Bell, and Ty Gibbs. All right, let's see it. Who are your upsets here? Who is going to be your surprise in the top 5? You know Ty Gibbs is going to be there. Christopher Bell, possibly. Denny Hamlin was in there. Blaney, Tyler Reddick. Who is going to be in the top 5 here? Both, I guess, he says. Busch's problem this year is karma. I don't think it's karma. I think it's equipment.
Open their arms to NASCAR.
You're going to say the 2, Austin
and
Cindric.
Let's go to pit road before we get the next group underway. And Dave.
I'm going to go
standing by with first-time Chicago-style deep
Bowman,
dish
Ty Gibbs,
Ross Chastain. Well, okay,
Denny,
and the expert Justin Marks. But we were talking about cold plunges in Lake Michigan, deep dish pizza. How's your race car?
About as sweet as a Busch Light Peach, Dave.
Let me see those ones.
Ton of pickup from practice for us. Really loose in practice. It's hard to challenge the rear tires, straight line or turning. So Phil Surgeon and the Mikes made some amazing changes for me to pick up a second half at a road course is incredible. Put us right there with the group of cars we want to race with. 20 spots better than last year qualifying. So I did scrape the wall in 4 a little bit. I did scuff it, but it's kind of the Busch Light way.
But every lap counts, right? Every lap is more rhythm, more time on this place that we don't see but once a year.
Yeah.
Alex Bowman.
Way out of my comfort zone here. Have had a year to think about it, look at SVG stuff, look at Daniel's stuff, the whole industry and how they evolved last year. So I was the weak part of the one car last year, and at least in qualifying, we elevated up to where we want to be. And to just miss out on second round by just a few tenths to my teammate is, if I'm within a few tenths of Daniel at these road courses, I'm doing my job.
Good lap by Ross out there, guys.
I tell you, Rick.
Deegan is not in the car this weekend. It's Joey Logano.
Busch, right? People either love or hate Ross Chastain.
Justin Haley.
My man could give me a pep
just
talk.
the
I don't think
1.
I've ever seen him in a bad mood. Every interview, he's smiling.
Saying Haley's going to be a surprise. The 2, the 5, 9, 24, 48, the 12, the top 5.
He is now has been rocky. It's been difficult. He's worked hard.
Who is going to be here in this top 5?
They would start a race knowing.
Thanks for the subscribe, y'all.
Or potentially even finish it. But he went through enough of those until he was seen, and everyone appreciated his talent, and he was given an opportunity.
Hopefully RCR gets their stuff together soon.
Highest level. Riding along right now with Alex Bowman, and he was really good in the 5-lap averages.
I don't dislike Ross, but he's not someone I pull for either.
Talk about qualifying.
Bowman on the track. Let's see if he can get there. Coming out first. You sub. Thank you, Gaming 2. I appreciate you.
That puts you in the top 10 of the race. That opens up a lot of opportunities.
You think the 34 did not hit Blaney and spin him out?
So, this is a battle for the best starting position, which is the pole. But for your car, any positions you gain, further you start in the front, is going to make the race so much easier.
Jesse Dennis.
129.22 for Bowman, which, we see 127s, but
yeah, not as much crashing like in Xfinity race.
See if he runs the second lap. Bell jumps to the top of the board.
Stuart Short, thanks for subscribing.
Bowman's teammates from the first group, Larson and Elliott. Larson fastest at a 127.51. Elliott was 9th fastest in that group at a 128.48. So we'll see if Bowman can match what we've seen out of Elliott, which would put him inside the top 5 currently if he can get up into the 128.40s. You see the map on the
Gibbs, Bell, Reddick, Hamlin, Wallace.
48 got into the wall a little bit. Want to take a look at what happened here.
Turn 4.
Ross, Joey, and Denny have been cleaner than ever this year. Don't ask any Larson fans that.
We're not gonna call that. I mean, it's technically contact by definition, but that's almost becoming like the Darlington stripe. I think.
Yeah, make sure you check out our Discord, y'all. We'd love to talk NASCAR on our Discord as well. So, Triton just put the link in our chat. Make sure you check out our Discord. It's a free link. You just have to have a Discord login.
On a great lap.
So comparing to 5th, he's trending in the green. screen. He's currently fastest is a 28.3. And I think you have to, I mean, that would not have advanced in the first round. So you have to think 28 flat would, I think, would do it. I will say, though, I think the
them
first
lovely
group,
cheating
the 5
Toyotas.
the 16, oh, there you go, 27.9. I believe that will do it. I was getting ready to say, I think the first group has a little bit more overall speed looking at practice.
Cyrus, this is this week's.
Reddick rolls in second, 28.0. I think, once again, that's good.
I think that 128.0 should keep him in the top 5.
I do. I think if you have a flat,
Welcome in, Gaming 2. Appreciate you being here in our Discord. Thanks for joining us. The Hawk Toyotas.
That was entering turn 6, now into 7 here.
I can't believe Hamlin. I'm shocked with Denny. Shocked.
Here as it goes through this kind of switch back here. That's turn 8. The left-hand sweeper, turn 9. Currently 15th on the board. Looking to improve on that.
Earlier today, we mentioned Josh Berry in the news.
Boy, Ty Gibbs, Eric Church.
Taking over this ride in 2025, so that means that Harrison Burton has to find.
Osavar make a big comeback from his penalty this week.
Harrison running a 29.38, and
it was SVG, Larson. Who else? Help me out, y'all.
Gibbs, Reddick, Bell,
can't remember.
Hamlin. It's a Toyota.
Thank you, Gaming 2. Appreciate you joining the Discord.
Bowman in 5th. I feel that Gibbs and Reddick.
I can't remember,
really good,
but I'm shocked that he is.
Down, from what we saw in that first.
This was the one race I didn't get to do last year. So
I think Bell down has to think about running again.
We were talking a lot about the Hendrick Motorsports guys,
but he likes to be on the pole for these special races for sure.
But listening to his radio.
Power steering's locking up. Yeah, I don't have any power steering, guys. I don't know what's going on.
That's the 24's radio.
They're going to give us a better chance up pit road.
Where's that Logano?
So obviously mechanical issue, sitting 11th. So power steering, it's a hydraulic system.
It is Byron. Willie B.
Run on a belt off the edge. So a couple things. Interesting.
Me too, TJ. Agree with you 100%.
Assist, the pump can actually almost get tight. And the belt can slip.
Osavar.
It's a true hydraulic issue at the beginning of this car.
Where's the video? Can't show the video, Andrew.
Those have been cured. We'll have to see what they say as Hocevar is on a flyer for
He
sure.
is throwing this car around the track.
Oh, and he jumps into the 5th position. What a
wow, Hocevar.
77.
Look at him.
Hocevar, the 21-year-old out of Michigan, currently top 5. Dave.
All right, so Steve, this is where I go to you for what would be the quick fix if you're working on the power steering, and then what would be the overall? They're going for the quick fix here to see if they can get William back out there the 2 laps that he
Carson
ran,
Hocevar
of what the 24 should be able to do with full power steering. But if it doesn't work here, then they're going to have to go to the full fix.
Well, we'll have to see what it is. I mean, it's hard to know, not knowing what the challenge is.
About time Chevy did something.
Could be maybe add some fluid.
Look at those Toyotas.
Overall belt. Looks like they're doing something inside the car as well, though, so I'm not sure how that would go. And then I would say
I'm shocked about the Toyotas as well.
Component, either the pump or the rack or something specific.
The column, Steve, is there anything on the column that fails that they can work with?
Well, absolutely. What can happen is as you adjust the column.
And the crew chief is like laying in the car. His feet are hanging out of the other end.
Where it can become a bind. It's these universal joints.
Corey LaJoy
scheduled the angle of them wrong, where they can kind of get into a physical bind. You also have the chance where you can touch up against areas in the car. When you get under the hood, there's so many things that you can actually, inside you start moving the column around and you forget on the other side of the firewall that's pivoting and it could get up against something and touch. You see a member of Kyle Larson's crew over there to help, an official right on site to see exactly what they do.
Because this is
we don't show the races. They'll take you down in a heartbeat.
Would you manipulate the steering column?
It's for sure different than you would on an oval, where you would put it on an oval knowing you're turning left all day. Ergonomically, you kind of do it for comfort and to make sure your arms don't get tired. Here, having to go both directions, it's definitely a different position, as well as the seat. The seat might be stood up a little bit more. You might actually sit up more, like literally roll forward, because it helps the driver.
Did you know Lightning McQueen was a Chevy? I think I did.
Over the hood. We talk about these apexes and just how close you are, so the vision for the drivers, there's a lot of things that go into this. But either way,
what was his time in the A? He was like 20th fastest. I can get you. Hold on a second. I'll let you know.
75 laps, narrow racetrack, big challenge.
And they mentioned they want to get the best lap they can in, because pit road and their positioning on pit road is very important. And And right now,
Group B.
we mentioned how William Byron, he's 11th in just this group. So a long way off of right now that possibility of running in the next group.
So we heard Rudy Fugel say, do the best we can, it'll help us on pit road. So he is already thinking we're going to have to make some changes and go to the back.
It won't let me swap to Group B for some reason. I don't know why.
Pits earlier. Get a better pit stall. Under green, not a big deal, but under yellow.
Someone go back and rewind and see where Logano was. And Lightning McQueen was a 7-time champion as well. I got here finally. For some reason, YouTube turned off my notifications from CeeLo, but did prompt me to go to a different site. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate you. Where's Elliott? He was in Group B. He did not make the top 5. I mean, Group A. He did not make the top 5. 17th. So Logano was 17th fastest. Thank you, Larry.
Nice job. And as we say that, you see the green arrow next to Bell's name that says he's on track.
Austin Dillon trying to do something here. SVG was in Group A practice. He finished 2nd. I mean, Group A qualifying.
Second slower in this portion of the track as he comes into turn 6.
Good run last week at Nashville, kind of gone awry in the overtimes for Austin Dillon. He had a decent day going, and I can't say which one of the 5 overtimes it was, but I remember it was one of the overtimes. They all kind of blurred together.
He said overtimes.
Good luck, Gaming 2. It's a long road. It's a haul.
5.
Is Gibbs really fast? Yes. He was fast in practice as well. Not as fast as SVG or Larson, though.
Austin Dillon.
He did run one qualifying practice lap that was faster than anybody, though.
30.
Jason, what's up?
There's the 2 of Austin Cindric. And Cindric,
he was a jerk.
Driver who has had great success on.
I didn't get to talk to him. He was doing his thing. I wanted to take a picture.
When he came to Cup, I don't know if my expectations were too high or maybe I just don't give the Cup field the credit it deserves. We talk a lot about the depth on Sundays.
3 minutes to go here in Group B qualifying.
Acclaimed road course racer.
I think he can pit lane.
Down in Daytona for the 24 hours.
So violent, the turns there when they're braking, coming into turn 4.
Now this is the challenge.
Ooh, Cindric almost hit the wall.
Instant traffic in front of Cindric.
Thanks for feed. Nothing, man. How about CeeLo? How was last weekend? Oh, thanks for the feed. Nothing, man. How about CeeLo? It was great, man. So much fun. If you didn't watch the videos, check out our vlogs that we did Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They were so much fun. SVG not winning this weekend, CJ says.
Oh, the 11 of Denny Hamlin, his own teammate, right in front of the 20, killing his lap.
And now he slows down to try to put a little gap between him and Denny for the next lap.
Denny almost cut off Bell. He did.
Now it's all about trying to find a gap. So just a total mess with 2 minutes remaining for the 20 to improve, the 11, and the leaderboard continues to move along.
We saw Haley out there as well. Remember, Haley was right in the thick of things a year ago.
34 steals the dub in that White Sox car. We'll see.
Chicago before SVG went by.
This isn't a race. This is qualifying.
And importantly, clear track ahead of the 23, so hopefully no track.
Jesse Dennis says, I hope anyone wins except Larson or Busch.
Way off in the distance.
Yeah, check them out, y'all. I have 3 vlogs on our channel from our races last weekend. Make sure you check them out.
Car looked like it rode the bumps pretty well, either the car or the driver. I'm going to give Bubba credit. Maybe not on the brakes, maybe let it coast in certain locations. Now you see the lap time, though. He didn't use up as much road.
Lloyd says, Kenny Wallace says that Deegan's done and she knows it.
Speed as he enters turn 6.
It's going to be a lot of conversation over the summer about this 23 and his points position.
Need a 4x4 setup.
Wallace would always talk about how it was the road courses that
52 seconds left here. Hocevar still in the top 5.
Now, Bubba Wallace is in the green here. He potentially could make it to the next round.
Bubba hauling here.
As he goes by all the McDonald's banners with his McDonald's paint scheme. Look at this. Bubba Wallace, third fastest at a 1:28.19.
Wow, Bubba.
I love the fact that he is right behind his teammate. Reddick, known as the road course racer of the organization. You see Bubba Wallace, the effort paying off. The other crazy thing is look on your scoreboard at all the green checks. Yeah. It is an absolute packed racetrack.
15 seconds to go. Again, if they get to the alternate start-finish line, that will still
What's up,
make
Samson?
that count even as the clock runs out.
TRD
There's
sweep.
6 seconds left. It'll be close, actually, if Bowman's going to get there.
Yeah, this will be his
clock
final.
runs out. So yeah, this is
Bowman knock out Hamlin.
Well, it's going to be good enough. It looks like currently he jumps up to
Bowman
fifth.
is going to be
Really
knocking out
surprised
Hamlin here in a
Titans on the
second.
racetrack is the fastest car.
And he
with
did.
time expiring. I know we have a full field, but
Look
we
at
just don't know if
Bowman.
This lap is necessary for Ty.
Gets into turn 7 here.
A little bit of the challenge is he is in front of the traffic on the racetrack, so you have to kind of guess how many could possibly beat you, but shows faith in their driver that, hey, he can run a lap here. He's going to run a heck of a lap, it looks like.
Can't show the video.
Under 128. Again.
Oh, where's the video of? Hold on a second. I'll get it for our vlogs.
93, 2/100ths of a second faster.
And look at all the green on the bottom right. This is back on board with Reddick, who's currently second.
Yeah, Reddick and Bell both are ahead of Bowman, and Harrison Burton gets into the tire barrier in turn 6.
Yeah, and this right here, I think they're going to try to let it just stay green so everybody can finish their lap because they're in front of the 21. There's no one behind where the 21 has wrecked. I think that's why NASCAR is going to let this run out.
Reddick on pit road.
Hamlin was
That's
big
the
question
truck
mark.
race.
He is now 5th, so he got, sixth, knocked out of the top 5.
Saw Kyle Busch was just in front. He was 10th.
Harrison unable to get it refired at the moment.
Oh, locked him up really early.
Yeah, surprising to be that early. Tires doing their job. Oof.
Yeah.
Looks a whole lot easier in slow motion. You see him moving around, hand on the shifter inside the car, trying to get it refired. These things just don't want, when they slide to a stop.
All right. Gibbs, Bell, Reddick, Wallace, Bowman.
Locked up the rears. Hit left
And
side.
Harrison Burton Rex.
Can't tell how bad it is, really. Hit pretty square left side.
You hear a good report, but out of breath. I mean, they're working hard, and that is a shot, right? You drive your side door. There's only about a foot of foam between you and those tires, and that tire pack did a really nice job, but you even saw the concrete barriers behind slide a little with the impact.
So Group B finishes their session, and Harrison Burton, yeah, you mentioned it, into that tire pack in turn 6.
And that doesn't bode well for Burton hitting the wall after the week he had with him getting kicked out of his ride. Josh Berry will be taking that over in 2025. The links that I have dropped there, make sure you check out those vlogs. They're pretty put together. And leave a like and hit a comment. So there's the Alley 400 as well. So the truck race we went to on Friday night. Saturday we went to the Xfinity race plus Cup qualifying and practice, and also the Cup race on Sunday. So I put those in the chat for you guys. So make sure you check those out. Give them a like, hit them a comment as well. But check those out for us. Is this qualifying for tomorrow's Sunday? Yes, Cyrus, it is. This is for the NASCAR Cup Series qualifying. So keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 300 likes. 300 likes. Who do you think will get the poll on the Goat CeeLo? Oh, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be Larson or SVG, I think. We'll see what happens. Next week, truck race at 5:30. Yes. We'll have that live here for you guys on the channel. We'll be here live on the channel, the truck race. Where did Denny come in at? He finished 6th, so he will not be in the Group B, Group 2 qualifying for the pole. He will start on the outside row of rows 2, 4, 6. Will be the 3rd row. So, all right, he just almost made it. But there is your top 10 for Group A now. We'll do Group A qualifying. And I'm going to put in the chat our Xfinity race. So let's do that. Copy. This in the link. And also, we're going to have you redirect as well. And there is that. I'll pin message that. So there we are. New pin message for the Loop 110. That's next. Right after this, we'll take about a 40-minute break, 30-minute break, and we'll bring flag-to-flag coverage of the Xfinity race. So make sure you do that. And thank you, Dan, for subscribing. Appreciate you. And you don't even have to go anywhere. We'll be moving you over to the next race. You don't even have to touch anything. So, guys, did you know that my grandfather golfs with AJ Allmendinger, the Dinger? Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it, buddy. I don't believe Ty can get it. There are top 5, the 16, the 54, the 6, and the 20. We'll see. Let's see what happens here. Okay, I know you think it's SVG. I know it's Larson. Of these guys, and I guess we can exclude Ty Gibbs because he's been fast as well. Who shocks the world here and beats the 3 top fastest? I would say Michael McDowell. I'm going to go Michael McDowell if SVG or Larson or Dinger or Ty Gibbs can't get it. Those are the top 3. I'm going to go Michael McDowell here. Look at Dan says Bubba. Mike's going Gibbs. Eric Church is going Keselowski. What's up, Troy? Good to see you, buddy.
Michigan back to the.
So I'm going to go McDowell.
Of Chicago.
No one. Ryan says nobody. It ain't happening.
Both of their
Cindric or Busher? Well, Cindric's not in it, and Busher's not in it.
Where we'll combine A and B.
This is the top 10. Wouldn't hate to see Bad Brad win it if he had to.
And some standouts. Brad Keselowski, unbelievable lap. Great lap for the 6th. Bubba Wallace in Group B down there in 4th. Those are 2 drivers I didn't see. They proved me wrong. They're in the top 10. And then,
Christopher Bell's car is a throwback from his 2021 Craftsman car.
It was so good a year ago, so this is going to be a heavyweight
Over and under on Wallace wrecking. That's the question, Ryan says.
Put up a great lap there in Group B. Ty Gibbs, one of those drivers who we're anticipating that victory lane is just around the corner. Could it be around a left and a right corner in the streets?
McDowell, if not wrecked by over-aggressive drivers.
Bubba Wallace, we're talking road course, street course, and we're talking to you moving on to the last round.
Any Bubba fans out there watching still? Polish Racer, what's up?
We knew we needed 87, and I ran a 88.1, I think. So tried to get a lot there on the 2nd lap and went slower. So that's life lessons. When you try too hard, you usually slow down.
We'll take McDowell.
And just the work put in going into this week, the last couple.
I don't think so, Bronny. I think that's.
Getting a good rhythm.
He said no. Doug's like no.
Learning a lot from him. So cars are good. Appreciate everybody back at Airspeed getting this. McDonald's, Jiu-Jitsu, Toyota Camry, anime, you name it, it's fast. Getting it well prepped.
Did you have to memorize some new moves and everything for that wrap there?
Oh, I'm too old to be practicing those moves, so I'm sure my new boy that's on the way, he'll be all into that stuff, so we're good.
Very good. Bubba Wallace, great first round
Ronald
qualifying.
McDonald.
Guys.
So a little disappointed in his speed, but I think he should be celebrating the fact that he's going to run he's going to start in the top 10. He's going to run for the pole here in just a moment. Stay with us.
All right. So I'm going to go McDowell if SVG, Larson, or Gibbs can't make it. Suarez for the upset. Billy's going Suarez. Interesting. Gonna be fun, man. This top 10. And in the pin message, guys, make sure you check that out. We will be going over there right after this is over for the Xfinity race. I will get everything cleaned up and ready to go. Restart the laptop and all that, and we'll get it going here, guys. But appreciate all the love today on the Xfinity race. We're almost at 300 likes. See if we get there before this is over. It's 244 likes. so far. So thank you guys for the likes, for the subs too, guys. Big time on the subs today too for a qualifying stream. You're awesome. And we'll be doing this tomorrow. The stream is not up yet tomorrow, but we will have it up for you tomorrow, tonight sometime, for the Grant Park 165. We'll be right here live and bringing you all the fun. There's nowhere else to be. This is the only place. There he is. There he is again. Ronald McDonald again. Yeah, my pick is SVG, but then Bubba, McDowell, Larson, Gibbs, Brad, Bell, Reddick, Bowman, then Suarez, Dan says. I just realized the SVG stands for Shane. Yeah, the Grizz, they're calling him. They call him the Grizz. Tyler Reddick wins the pole in that 45. Michael Jordan brand. It looks awesome. Come on, Ty, 54. Everyone in the chat is rooting for you. Let me see them 54s. There you go. Hey, Gabe. Gabe, I told you, Mike, this is fun. And the Xfinity race is going to be more fun. So, appreciate all the ones that are here. I know, Brownie. It's all good. It's all good. The Grizz. The Giz. You call them the Giz. I'm sorry, the Giz, not the Grizz. The Giz. See, though, I just looked at Vegas odds for the race, and they got McDowell with the third best behind SVG and Larson. Of course, you're voting for the 48. Two Gaming's going for the 48. Bowman. You want SVG to win, but he's not in the 91. That is his special number. He won't get a break this year. Let's go Trackhouse. Yeah. Chastain had a chance of both getting in there, but he was not fast enough. Larson takes himself out, turn one, calling it now, Dan says. All right, here we go.
Standings, 11 different drivers have been to victory lane. We added Joey Logano's name a week ago after miraculously finding
all three Penske drivers are in the playoffs, y'all.
Ran out of gas as he went across
Cindric,
the finish line.
Logano, and
now,
Blaney.
Only 7 races remain until the playoffs begin, and there's only 5 spots that are still above that cutoff line. Potential winners could jump in there from this race.
Well, and every week it's something different. Right, it's a street course. Next week, Pocono. The next week, Indy back on the oval, which I'm super pumped for. Right, and then we're going to see Daytona's in there, Michigan's in there. There's just such a variety of tracks to end the regular season. And you got to remember that Truex, I think, feels really good. But when you look at Gibbs, Chastain, Buescher, Bowman, they are so close in points.
Stenhouse, Jimmy Johnson, and Ross Chastain.
The world
Samson.
and wins here at the street course.
Yeah, they all have wins. All 3 of them have a win.
Right,
You're right, Dan.
Just a unbelievable points battle. And with Daytona looming, I think you have to think anybody could win themselves in.
97's his number for life, Gizzy.
What are you hearing?
Right, I'm looking at the
What's up, Tim? Good to see you.
3 next to Byron's name. He's very happy. He's got 3 wins, and he is in the playoffs. But Rudy Fugel, guy with the backpack right there, the crew chief, just told me that they'll have to replace the entire steering system. There was no improvement when they went to their quick fix, and so therefore they'll have to go start at the back, Steve, by rule.
Yeah, that's it's frustrating. Just a team of that size, you just hope to not have these mechanical gremlins, but it happens.
All right, here we go.
And Byron is going to be back there.
Larson first out.
7th. So pit selection will be difficult for that organization as we see Daniel Suarez make his way out onto the track. Larson is out there. Keselowski. They're going to give themselves a little bit of room here. And it's 10 minutes.
Up the Giz, 97. What's up, Les?
Starting positions.
Interesting. I'd love to see just what the approach is here, right? Do you attack it and kind of get the temperatures going in the tires and the brakes?
Got 9 minutes here for qualifying for Group 2.
You also have to gap yourself.
Final round of qualifying here.
Enough space, but
we're seeing Suarez go through kind of a couple vehicles. We'll see if he stays behind Larson. Larson's in front of him.
Good to see you, man.
Larson will be the first.
Thanks for tuning back in, buddy. Aaron, thank you for that subscribe. Aaron, appreciate you.
Getting up to speed. So Larson's got the tires warmed up. We'll see what he can do. He'll be the first one on the clock.
10 minutes, I think it's enough time to get 2 runs in. if you wanted to, or even 2 laps, and then maybe come in and cool down.
8 minutes to go. Might get 2 laps in.
Larson ran a 1:27.51, and that's the fastest lap that we have seen turned on this street course.
And only 3 cars on the track, so there are multiple cars that are sitting on pit road to wait. Let everything cool, I would assume, as much as possible from the last time they were on the track.
People that are out there right now: Larson, Kozlowski, Suarez. They were all a part of Group A.
Oh, did he have his baby? Awesome.
Down into turn 6 is where we saw Harrison Burton.
Matt, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you.
I take this lap by Larson. It'll be interesting to see how fast it is because it looks very controlled. You know, his car's not really out of position. Now that could be because it drives very good, or it could be because he's just not hustling. Maybe he's trying to get a kind of a solid lap in the book.
Just showing Larson right now.
Even right here, we've seen a lot of cars really uncomfortable changing directions.
Stetson Steel Stenhouse.
Very secure.
Yeah, really good. So we'll see if it turns into a fast time. Larson, the first one to put a markup of 120.
Larson up front.
More or less.
See what happens here. Suarez.
127.5, so it's a half a second slower than he had run.
Suarez goes 129.2.
Fast Pasta was on alert last week, just in case she had the baby. Mike, thanks for subscribing. No promo code, not tonight.
I'm not really sure what he was doing on that lap.
He had an issue over there.
It will be on Fox, though, guys.
Just kind of watching his lap. Here we go. This is into 11. Oh, yeah.
He spun.
Oh,
ooh, Kozlowski spun and hit the wall.
So, I mean, that's enough right
that's
there.
it for that.
He'll be credited with a top 10 starting spot. He's not going to start the race. That's going to take some repairs for the 6. So, that great lap that got him into the top 10.
Saved it. Because he will start in the top 10, or at least he'll be credited.
So Bad Brad spun.
The changes they're going to have to make.
Yeah,
it is on the USA Network, Adam.
It's going to be crowded at the back of the field.
Early morning watching from New Zealand. Let's go, Gizzy. I showed him our picture, and I thought it was cool.
Just doesn't have the grip, doesn't have the speed as the clock ticks, right? We're down to 5 minutes.
5 minutes to go here. Lap 1 was faster.
Most cars.
5 minutes to go.
On pit road, to be honest, the only car on the track at the moment is the 34 of Michael McDowell, who is yet to come around and take the green.
A little bit of grip the second lap, but I lost a little more rear grip. Can do a little bit better myself, too.
We'd also expect to see Shane Van Gisbergen out here soon. Here's Michael McDowell in that 34, and Shane Van Gisbergen just rolling.
Thank you. Michael McDowell out there.
McDowell with the White Sox paint scheme.
I'm never gonna understand Suarez. Your feet is like 1 minute ahead of mine.
And we're comparing to Larson for this whole session, the remaining 4 minutes and 13 seconds.
Thank you.
Turn 12, really good.
Michael?
All the way down
Is that how you say it? Safar. Thank you for the subscribe.
It's a good
It's on
run going
NBC.
down
And the
South
Winston.
Lakeshore
Wow.
Drive.
Old school right there.
Really tough braking over the bumps. You see the car dancing. Back of the car, both directions.
Michael McDowell trying to put a lap down here.
Using up the whole racetrack there out of 5. Looking pretty good up to this point as he gets into 6.
90 miles an hour.
Gave some back.
I mean, they're on a
to
street.
Larson.
They're not on a track.
Not a whole lot, though. Just a 10th of a second.
Bowman started his lap.
Ooh, slid a little bit there in that turn.
Here's where McDowell is starting to gain a lot of time. 3:10.
3 minutes to go
It's
here.
going to take something in the 27s, I think, to be the fastest man here today.
12, and what does he do? 27.
He won. Michael McDowell.
Mark is now first. Bowman instantly goes to the red, not because of his speed, but because of what he's comparing to. So on board, heading into turn 4, that rough braking we continue to talk about, high speed, very narrow set of corners. And McDowell continues, you're going to see on the bottom right, that's him tracking against himself.
Not for long, I know. What's up?
Bowman.
Speed, he says.
Off. Here's Shane Van Gisbergen.
SVG on the track.
Shane Van Gisbergen, name synonymous with this place. He won the inaugural on such a tough weekend with weather, all the different challenges, Dave, and here he is qualifying.
What is your money lap, Steve? They talked about it at length between
Got a
Shane
veto.
and the crew. Shane
87.862.
Told him he's got enough to do 3 if he wants to. Shane says, nah, I'll bring it in after 2, see where we stand.
So there you go. So here's a driver that feels between his rhythm and the tires coming in that he can run faster on his
That
second
saucy
lap,
nuggets.
2/10 of a second off. You see right there.
We love
Team
speed.
owner, Matt Collig.
Oh, Angela.
Chris Rice shaking his head. Doesn't look like it's happening this lap.
No, but like Dave just said, if Shane thinks it's lap 2, maybe he just wants to get a solid first lap in, and that allows him to take a little bit more risk in the second lap.
Third.
He shuts it off. Something he doesn't like it. With a minute left, he's not going to have another chance. So that's it.
So SVG ain't going to get it.
For Shane, he's not going to get
He does not get it.
chances at this.
Not sure why they waited so late.
Reddick.
Reddick out there, see what he can do.
On the lap that he turned in just moments ago, he's going to go again.
Bubba Wallace, we heard his interview. He sounded disappointed, even though I was super impressed with the speed. He's right here, just a couple tenths off, losing a little bit of time through this section.
Okay.
Larson tracking in the green, Gibbs in the green. Oh, Gibbs really in the green. Bubba continues to lose a little bit.
Can McDowell get his 4th pole of the year, as Bronny says.
5th fastest in this qualifying session.
13 seconds to go.
Larson.
Yep.
Larson is 2/1000ths slower than McDowell.
I know.
2/1000ths.
Over 2.2 miles and 12 turns. 2/1000th of a second.
We'll see. Larson is going to try again, as though Gibbs is trending the right
Flattery.
way to get through this very
I'm flattered.
technical section. Right-hand turn onto Congress Plaza.
We stop and get a Chi-Town
Big
dog.
Sweeping left-hander, turn 9 down to
All right, Gibbs trying to make one here.
on Michigan. Oh, he does it. Gibbs to the top.
Ty Gibbs.
Oh, Gibbs.
And he thinks he's going to keep going.
Oh. Can we make this a 24-hour race? Wow, that would be crazy.
Reddick will pull off. And Larson is
You heard Nuggets.
10th away.
Larson, he's going to try it one more time.
Hopefully Bubba knows he's back there. I think actually Bubba's in speed, so this will be interesting to see if Bubba... No, he does. It's completely out of the way. Really nice move by the driver of the 23.
Going to be close here for Larson. Through 10.
Can Larson get it?
Can he get
Oh, he is.
11, and does he get the pull? Larson gets it at 127.83.
Oh.
He got it. P1. Good
P1 for the 5.
Of a second. Steve,
Wow, look at that.
That's 100th of a second for Kyle Larson.
Woo! Legend in trading.
2.2 mile street circuit, and the top
They just they separate them for qualifying and practice, so each car gets a time to cool off.
For Kyle Larson to get it there as the time had expired, and He finishes up his lap, and he is the fastest in Chicago.
Man.
You said it, that the SVG thing might have got under Larson's skin. Now, he hasn't said anything. He's been great in every interview, but it's been really fun to watch him in Xfinity and now Cup. They're in both races, and that's right, folks. NBC later today, you get to see these two go head-to-head again in the Xfinity Series race.
Should be fun, y'all. Xfinity race right here. If you don't have access to the race today, we'll be right here.
Running those extra laps.
JH.
You're on the pole. That's great. But tell me how it's driving. I still want to make it better.
If I could make it better, I will. Dave.
Well, let's just wait for him to exit here and have a quick word with us, as Kyle has gotten good laps on the track today. Second in Xfinity Series qualifying, and now pole here
Reggie,
today.
what's up, buddy?
And it's all paying off the work that's being done with this 5 crew and your
So that's
work
it.
on track,
That's right.
my friend. Walk us through the pole lap. It had to be perfect.
It wasn't perfect. It was, honestly, it was better than my first lap, but I think I had better grip potential the first lap, so I wish I could have had a couple corners back there. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. I don't know what, I think Ty Gibbs was second, right? I don't know what he ran, but judging by the reaction from my spotter, it had to be pretty close on lap time. So really awesome to get a pole here in Chicago. We usually have a lot of success with this red Valvoline scheme, so that gives you added confidence for sure. But yeah, I can't thank my whole HinderCars.com team enough, Chevy, everybody involved. So
cool.
Yeah, checked the first box, so hopefully we can keep it going.
Kyle Larson, he nails it.
He does. It's a busy day for Kyle Larson as he.
All right, so Kyle Larson gets the pole. Ty Gibbs, Michael McDowell, Tyler Reddick, SVG had a bad lap there, but it's not going to stop him from going to the front in that 16. Bubba Wallace in that 6th spot. Christopher Bell in 7th. Alex Bowman 8th. Daniel Suarez 9th. Brad Gazowski hits the wall. That's why he was 10th. And I'm sure they might have to fix that car. He might have to go to the back of the pack, but we'll see how it goes. But thank you guys so much for making this an awesome stream. We almost hit it to 300 likes. Appreciate all the love. If you're watching on this stream replay, make sure you hit the like button for us. And if you like NASCAR, this is the only channel to be at. This is an amazing NASCAR channel. We try to bring you the best content here on The Go at CeeLo. So Andrew says, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Anything can happen. You are correct, Andrew. Anything can happen in these races. And it shows last week when Denny looked like he was dominating the race. He was about to win. And then one wreck after the other. And guess what? He had to pit. And then Logano was back in the 20s when all that started going down. And look, he ended up winning the race. So anything can happen in these races. So we'll see you soon. Let me go to the main screen here. We'll see you here at about 45 minutes for NASCAR Xfinity race. Maybe a little earlier. I'll be watching the pre-race for all the ceremonies and all that stuff. So hope you guys are ready for some fun. I am ready to have some fun. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Thanks for my lovely wife, Spain. Thanks for my mods, my members, and you guys watching today. Almost over 800 folks in here watching. So we'll see how it goes. And we'll see you here in about 45 minutes for the Xfinity Series. The pin message is above. You want to click on that or just hang here. It's going to take you over there. So good to see y'all. Thanks so much. Good to be back. And congratulations, Kyle Larson on the pole. Matter of fact, he almost got on the pole last week too. So we'll see you in about 45 for the Xfinity race coming at ya.